the thing here is that Andrew's paranoia comes from projection to a degree that is like insane. He's like, Jeff, clearly this is you. You set up an alter ego. You're so deep in the bat game. And the only reason he thinks that is because he set up 4 or 5 dummy accounts so he could record an episode because he felt like doing it at a different time. I mean, like, no one thinks at the level that Andrew is thinking, but he's putting that on everyone else.
Yeah, no one could even possibly dream of being one step ahead of where Andrew might go. There's absolutely no indication at any point. Like, what happened today, I was going about my business, having a day. My phone pops up a Discord notification saying Gavin Free has joined the Discord. So I was like, what? Later on, I go, this is like half an hour before the podcast starts. I look at our recording room that we record in, and
wait, apparently
fascinating.
I'm typing.
Fascinating.
I looked at the room.
Just admitted that he. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, we can go. We finish your story, Gavin.
So I look at the room. You can see the list of names who are in the room that you recorded. I look in the room. I see Andrew, Jeff, Eric, Nick, and myself. Actually, I don't think Nick was in there yet. So I joined, and Andrew was was talking, but his voice was coming out of all 4 accounts at the same time. It sounded like a face nightmare. And then Nick came in, and I hope recorded some, and then you guys came in. But how could we predict that was going to happen, Andrew?
I don't know what the point you're trying to make.
Yeah, I assume that's a dig at Andrew, and a good way to end the episode, probably, as Eric points out. We have to accommodate the cool intro.
Are we putting in any of the face demon that Andrew made?
That thing was brutal.
I don't know. It was bad. I don't know if anyone wants to listen to that. I think Nick had an idea, aka me. I had an idea, aka Nick. He'll talk to you about it. It's a good idea on paper. It's a good idea. I didn't, but did come up with. But I didn't. But I'm Nick. But I'm not Nick. I'm all of you.
What a weird...
Andrew is talking out of our mouths and typing as us as this episode.
Should I end the podcast as all of you? Is
which
that what
Nick, which Nick is talking right now in the chat? Is that real Nick?
I have no idea.
That's a great question.
Real Nick.
But I could just write real Nick. How do you know? Like, Jeff, write something in the chat. Or Gavin. Somebody write... No, Eric. Eric or Jeff. Write something in the chat. Chat.
Who's talking?
Me. I don't understand. Can we just wrap the episode? I'm in hell. This is hell. What's going on?
You want to wrap the episode?
This has got to be the oddest episode we've had.
Yeah, definitely up there as most bizarre, like front to back.
So, how do we keep topping that? It doesn't make any sense. All right, so Andrew, you're going to unmute everyone and do a
yeah.
Group
Let me
outro?
unmute. Let me do the group outro.
Oh God!
Now there's 2 voices. Now we got 3. Eric, what am I supposed to say again? The other outro? Never paid attention.
Thank everyone for listening.
Yeah, could you just write it? The thing?
Are you?
Read it, or I write it myself? I even brought Nick in here, so this is. I'm gonna bring Nick down.
I hate it.
I'm going down. Okay, so as everybody, this is a visual joke for an audio podcast. I don't know why we did this.
This is what I came into, by the way, earlier. This is what I arrived into.
Yeah, me too. It was a mindfuck for sure.
You know what? That attitude. I'm just not going to say anything.
I came into this, followed up immediately by you guys throwing balls to each other. It was not a welcoming way to enter into the podcast.
Wait,
take it away.
So he's not.
Oh,
doing
right.
The outro?
So he's done. He's done. He's
take
out.
it away, Andrew, Jeff, Eric, Gavin, go.
Thanks for listening to the Face Podcast. If you made it all the way to here, you're made of stern stuff. Okay, so Gavin shows up at my house, and as we're driving, he goes, had a weird thing happen today. And I go, what's that? And he goes, somebody chucked a load of pickles on my front door in a bag full of brine, like pickle brine. And I was like, you mean like a jar of Vlasic pickles, full pickles, dumped into a freezer bag, Ziploc shut, like full of brine and pickles. And he was like, yeah, it's just on my front porch. And then I was like, well, you have cameras, so let's look at the cameras. He pulls up. The pickles just show up on his front door camera.
It's like they just get delivered by a hand that didn't have a body. You can just see them like slide into frame, and there's no one there.
So we talk about this
Weird.
all night while we're having soccer fun, right? And and by the way, Gav, there was one thing going on that I never told you about that was distracting me all night that I'll bring up. So the whole ride back to Gavin's house, we're gonna give him a ride home. We're like, do you think the pickles will be on the porch? Should we check? We get there, we run up, and there were 3 giant dry ass cucumbers in a Ziploc bag that obviously came from somebody's garden. They weren't pickles. I don't know how Gavin got them. They were pickles. There was no pickle brine. There was no brine of anything. It was just 3 cucumbers in a bag.
In my defense, the bag was full of condensation, and I think I mistook it for. All I did really, there was an Uber waiting. I just walked out my front door. I thought that looks like a bag of pickles as I stepped over them, and then I just continued. I didn't touch him. I didn't really look at him.
I asked him,
there's a car waiting.
Surely there's Emily's like, surely there was a note or something. And he's like, no, nothing. I walk up, I look at the cucumbers. I immediately identify they are not pickles. Look to the right, see the note, pick it up. It's like, hey, here's some cucumbers from the garden. If you don't need them, pass them on to the next neighbor. Thanks.
It was more confusing at a glance. Everything made sense now that I had time to investigate.
Also,
Well, Jeff had time.
when Gavin found the other footage, it got interesting. I will say that. He found footage from another camera that was fascinating.
It was delivered, I guess, by an elderly woman who
Mission Impossible did.
kind of looked like a witch out of Left 4 Dead, and she was like hobbling around, and she like grabs the pole near the front of the house and kind of swings her arm around and just like slides it onto the bit that the camera could see. She like deliberately avoided going up the steps. She just reached around the railings and put it there, so it looked like from the doorbell that no one delivered it.
Gavin was right when he texted it to me. He goes, she has advanced angles, and he couldn't have been more true. Like, she totally like Ethan hunted her way across his driveway. She like hugged the wall. She was looking over her shoulder and looking around, trying to spot like, I don't know, threats. It was fucking fascinating. And then she just disappeared into the darkness from whence she came. And she did look a little like a Left 4 Dead witch. He's not wrong there.
And she came like she didn't come from the street. It looked like she came out of my own garage somehow. I don't know how she.
Yeah,
I don't know where she came from.
Came from your backyard or wherever. I assume she lives under the house. I don't know.
Maybe they're my cucumbers and she just picked them for me. Either way, it's weird. I don't know what you want me to. I guess it's a kindness. It's like old lady kindness that doesn't exist anymore. But it is. I mean, I've never met this person. I'd never expressed excitement for foreign cucumbers.
Have you ever seen a Left 4 Dead witch hanging around your neighborhood?
And to be honest, at least pickle them for me or something. What do you want? Does she want me to eat them as cucumbers, or does she want me to take them the rest of the way?
I mean,
well,
I'd
the
assume
note didn't specify.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, you could do. You're given what is the current? Do you still have them? Did you pass them on? Where are the cucumbers?
They were passed on. I will say the note wasn't anywhere near the bag. In my defense,
it was 3 feet from the bag.
Well, I mean,
it was the only note on your porch, dude. It wasn't like it was hidden in amongst all the other notes. I saw it instantly. It was a yellow Post-it note.
All right, well, that's fair. I'm in a hurry.
That's true. You're in a hurry.
You sent me a video once of your trash cans getting hit over and over again by different things. It was like a 3-act story of like your trash can got stolen and then you got a new one, and then the garbage truck took it and then you got a new one, and then somebody hit it with a car, and that is the video
It was that's what doesn't really come across in the video, is that and it's recycling, so it's every 2 weeks. When your recycling gets eaten, they don't bring another one until like the next cycle. So I'm missing a recycling. I wait 2 weeks for one to come. I have it for a week. It gets swallowed again by the truck. I request another one. We're talking like 6 weeks in at this point. I'm on my 3rd bin. The neighbor steals it. I request another one. And then finally, a car drives into it because my alcoholic neighbors went for a drive. I'm a lot faster at bringing them in now.
You live the real story of these people hate cans, but it's just everybody and specifically yours. It's just your can. Oh. Well, I'm most surprised by things attacking me in the sea.
What? That's just because you have limited visibility.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
Exactly. I agree. I'm agreeing with that.
It's just because that's not sneaky on the animal's part. It's dumb on your part for being in their environment.
Oh, so it's dumb to be in the ocean.
Oh yes, it's absolutely dumb to be in the ocean. Yeah.
I think being in the ocean's awesome. But if you're concerned about being snuck up on by an ocean animal, then yeah, don't go to the ocean. If you're okay with it, if you accept the risk, then you're totally fine.
No, I'm not saying I'm concerned by it. I'm just saying that it's a high problem. If it's something were to come up, I wouldn't expect it. It would surprise me. It'd be a sneaky
I just
attack.
don't think that if you were to search what's the sneakiest animal, it would say fish.
No, I agree.
I also think that see, you think it's hello and welcome to another episode of the Face Podcast. My name is Jeff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Panton, Gavin Free. I believe this is episode 129. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct.
Here's the deal. You think being snuck up on you would be caught off guard and surprised by being snuck up on the ocean by a fish because your neck is always going to be, in this scenario, you're imagining your neck is above water and you're not looking at your feet. If you were to walk around with like a piece of cardboard around your neck sticking out so that you couldn't see your feet as you walk down the street, you would be just as surprised by a squirrel or a bird or a rat or a dog or a cat attacking you. It's purely a peripheral vision thing.
No, absolutely. But the question was, what is the sneakiest animal? And I was thinking that 100% of animal interactions I've had in the sea, I'd categorize as sneaky. I never saw it coming, as opposed to land. I think they have a distinct advantage. I'm not saying it's because of the animal itself, but their environment gives them an upper edge in sneakiness.
Now, see, I would argue that the hardest place on Earth to be snuck up on is the ocean if you're underwater with goggles on, because you can see 365 degrees around you at all times. Whereas if you're in the woods or the jungle or even in a neighborhood, there's a million places for animals to hide.
You can see 306. That's like all the way around plus a little bit more.
Yeah, you just got to do a flip or a turn.
365
There's nothing around you impairing your vision. It's just open water and animals. So you can
you can
see from a mile away.
24/7 degrees around.
I'm arguing against your point, though, because your stance was essentially, if you're prepared to not be snuck up on, you will not be snuck up on. I don't know what that proves. Your statement.
I just think if you stick your head above anything, then you're in the same situation.
There's nothing going to
So I don't think it has anything to do with a fish.
I just think if you can say a coyote is sneakier than a fish, then a fish isn't going to be the sneakiest animal. And a coyote's definitely sneakier than a fish.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what's Swiper?
He's a fox, right?
Fox, right? Yeah.
The sneakiest animal on Earth, right there. Swiper his whole job is being sneaky, and he's a fox. So I would say the fox is the sneakiest animal.
Gavin, any thoughts on the sneakiest animal?
Anglerfish.
That's a fish. You think an anglerfish is the sneakiest animal?
You're like, oh, look at that bright light. And then...
That's a great point. That's an animal that makes you think it's something it's not. Can we name another animal that's
just big and there and dark, and you can't... if anything, it's the scariest thing on the planet.
If you thought you're looking at like a Subaru and then it ate you, that'd be terrifying. Like, it's just different.
I think that if you can say a skunk is sneakier than like any of these fish, then a fish isn't on this list, and a skunk is way sneakier than any of these fish.
Doesn't
skunk doesn't dangle shit that you want in front of it, though.
No, but it's sneaky.
I don't know if a skunk is sneaky. I also don't think their intent is sneaky.
So are you talking about the act of sneaking, not the act of like being ambushed?
I'm trying to figure this out myself.
I don't think anybody said anything about being ambushed. I just said, what's the sneakiest animal?
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to be ambushed by skunks.
See?
That's a tough one.
And then, so here's the thing. I posed this is before we started recording. I posed this to Andrew, and then he said fish, and I said, I don't know about fish. I think it's mostly the environment. He said, okay, so we're taking all animals and putting them on the same plane. And I don't agree with that, because that eliminates all birds and all fish. It doesn't make any sense. I just don't think a fish is the sneakiest animal.
Well, also for Gavin to be snuck up on by an anglerfish, his bones would have compressed and crushed well before that, because they're like 1,000 feet underwater, right? Like there's never a scenario where you and an anglerfish are going to be in the same location and alive.
It's so far down that sunlight doesn't reach the area.
They could travel. Why can't they? You got a curious anglerfish. It can't come up to the surface. It's not allowed. Is there anything that prevents that from happening?
It probably explode.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. If it's
I
like
hope
meant
so.
for low, if it's meant for super high pressure, then you bring it into a low pressure environment, wouldn't it just like all that shit leak out? I don't know.
I hope so. I don't want to create a scenario in which I could find an anglerfish just while I'm walking on the beach.
If we could choose anglerfish, then I'm going to pick the scariest animal on Earth. Or no, sorry, the scariest animal in the universe is a space worm. Because I've never seen a space worm, but worms are everywhere. And I guarantee you somewhere in space, in the infinite of space, there are space worms. And they're fucking wiggling around right now, and you'll never see them coming.
That's true.
About like
We're
a
going, like,
tardigrade.
microscopic. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a great example. I always thought fish were dumb for falling for the anglerfish trap, but I think I would fall for that. If there was just like a light in the sky I wasn't expecting, I'd definitely get eaten by that.
Well,
Like, what's that
plus
like?
there's never any light, right? So it's like you're just swimming along in the darkness.
That's
fucking-
true.
And then suddenly the world looks different in a way it never has before. That'd be
That's
pretty
terrifying.
jarring.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are you guys on about?
I have no
Well,
idea.
Eric asked what the sneakiest animal is.
Why are you asking
Yeah,
that?
we were just having pleasantries, and I just
Oh,
asked
okay.
about what the sneakiest animal, because I think it's probably some kind of cat. And then Andrew said fish, and now here we are.
No, I
Nick
can
made
go
a good
for
point in that the Pink Panther was very sneaky.
That's true. Well, he was an international jewel thief. I popped in, Gavin, when Andrew was explaining that he thinks he can sneak up on an owl.
I could. That was my argument against what, because Eric said an owl is sneakier than a fish, and I was saying I don't think there's
An
any way in
owl
hell.
might be the greatest anti-sneak device. It
Have
can
you
see
seen-
all around. with
That's what I
massive
said.
eyes.
I think I said 365 degrees instead of 365 days instead of 360 degrees. But like an owl can see anywhere.
Have you seen me try to sneak?
I would say that with your ankle dexterity, you might be one of the worst sneakers on the planet.
No, answer the question. Have you seen me try to sneak?
No.
Exactly. That's how good I am.
Andrew, you can hardly walk with your ankles. I don't understand how you're sneaking. Are you like belly crawling? Like, what are you
Oh,
talking about?
Listen, you don't need to question the form. You just are not going to know I'm there. I'm in and out.
You explained how you tried to sneak Chinese food menus onto doors in a neighborhood to steal your own package back, and it didn't sound very stealthy to me, buddy.
I've sat in a room that Gavin walked through, and he didn't see me once. This is my sneaking has established, and I wasn't even trying in that moment.
Already in the room does it. If you're there trying to steal the Pink Panther diamond and you're already next to the diamond, that's not the sneaky part.
No, that's brilliant. He wins the argument right there. I think you're right. You blended into the
I
environment
blended
and
into the
nobody
world.
noticed you.
But you
Yeah.
had to walk in on your busted ankles to get in there.
And
You
you
don't know
never
how I'm
saw
gonna
it
go out.
happen, did you,
You're not
Gavin?
sneaky. You're just early.
No, that's rude. Very
Being
sneaky.
early is a pretty sneaky technique, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to rob a bank by standing in the spot the bank will eventually be built on.
What? What would be the problem? I mean, obviously, that's a ridiculous scenario. You can't be mad at people being early. Nobody's complaining about early. No one's been robbed and complained that they weren't there, like, in the right time. Like, it's ridiculous what you say.
Home Alone 2, they robbed Duncan's toy chest by getting there early. They didn't sneak in.
Well, that's pretty sneaky. I will
But
say a more,
that's an act of sneaking.
yeah. It's a more appropriate analogy, Gavin, would be I'm going to stand where I think they're going to build a bank. It would be I get to the bank right as they open, and then I stand so still all day long that the bank closes around me and nobody notices me anymore because I've blended into the environment. As soon as the lights turn off, then you go and you rob them.
I can't wait to sneak up on Gavin at some point. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be stunned by my sneaking abilities.
When we're next together in person, your challenge is to tap me on the back without me knowing you're there.
Easy. Easy. I'm going to have to bring a camera because you're not even going to feel it. You're not even going to know it happened.
So I'm going
That's
to get a
how
picture of
sneaky
you
I am.
touching my back and I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know that it happened.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm also going to take your wallet and your watch.
Wait, hang on.
I'm just going to rob you.
Hang on. You're gonna rob
Yeah.
Gavin?
Just to illustrate a point. Not because I want to, but because he's... I don't want to rob from you, but you're an idiot. And let me show you how sneaky I am.
I'm going to tape $100 bill to my back and you're not going to be able to get anywhere near it.
Oh, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this bat, you didn't do anything, Andrew. You're gonna go back there. It's gonna be fucking Monopoly money. It's gonna be gone. I'm gonna do switcheroo on you.
Replaced it with a
I'm
forgery.
gonna replace it with some Monopoly money. I went through a magic phase between the ages of 8 and 12. Okay, I know my sleight of hand. I could palm coins.
You went
can
through
levitate.
a magic phase?
Oh,
for
big
4
magic
years?
phase. Yeah.
Was that before or after the sneaking phase?
No, it was all part of it. It just built onto it.
Okay.
It's built onto it. Yeah. I can levitate if you stand at a specific angle and don't ask any questions.
I don't know. That takes a lot of single ankle strength. I'm not sure you can still do that.
Oh, no, I definitely can. I was the worst magician of all time because I would get too excited and I wouldn't practice the tricks enough and they'd never work. And if they did work, I would do them back to back. And then it would just be obvious that how it worked. That it was
So you're gonna draw upon your skills as the 4-year-long worst magician ever?
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's all part of the illusion.
Eric said something earlier that triggered an idea I was debating on having with y'all. In this, are we doing 2 episodes today?
I assume so.
I
Oh,
assumed so as
shit,
well.
are we?
I thought so. I assumed so as well. So I wasn't sure if I'd talk about this episode or not. And I wonder if we agreed to do it, we could get Eric good at Frisbee. Like we could start training and practicing and turn Eric's Frisbee failure into a Frisbee success.
Here's the thing. Jeff, maybe you could. I don't know what Gavin and Andrew are providing in this situation.
What do you mean?
I think
To
it's
improve
pretty-
your form in
Yeah.
Frisbee throwing? Yeah, like what could we bring to the table? Yeah, if Mr. 300 darts over here isn't going to be helpful to you. I'm terrible. I'm a bad Frisbee thrower, too.
See, so what? So Jeff, it would just be me and you throwing a Frisbee, and
Well,
then
I'll film
Gavin
it.
is also and then Gavin. Would,
Well,
so
that's-
I stand by my statement.
That sounds like 2 friends hanging out on the weekend. It sounds lovely. Thanks for the invite. I've seen Gavin throw a Frisbee though. We've thrown
Have you?
Frisbees together. Yeah,
We
we're
got
okay.
we got one stuck in a tree, didn't we?
Yeah, we remember we used to live over off back when we lived down at the rental house. With Jordan Swears, we threw Frisbees a couple times.
That's true. I think I
some
have a
reason.
picture of him climbing a tree to get it down. Frisbees are satisfying to throw. What happens when you throw a Frisbee, Eric?
It goes way off to the side. I try to make it go straight. I do the thing. I look at it. I point my toe. It's release right where I need it to be, and then it just keeps going off to the right.
Are you putting your whole body into it, though?
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing everything. There's just something about the mechanic of it where I can't get. I don't know. I'm fine with every other sport. I can throw football, throw baseball. I'm fine at sports, golf, whatever. But for some reason, I throw a Frisbee and it just doesn't go anywhere where I need it to go. And the worst part about throwing a Frisbee wrong is you got to go get it. Well, so and it's a long it's a long walk to wherever it ended up.
Kevin, what did you expect him to say? That was a ridiculous question by you.
No.
What happens
it
when
goes-
you throw it? He misses. That's the whole point. It doesn't turn
No,
into
it
like a
could've been
fucking
like- It could have gone
weasel
straight into
or
the
an
ground.
owl.
It could have not gone very far.
It
could have
doesn't-
been an
does it
accuracy
matter?
issue.
No, I
Does it
agree
matter?
with Gavin here. I think the answer dictates how you fix the problem. Like if he's
Listen.
like every time I throw it, it goes straight in the fucking air. Then you're like straight up. You're like, oh okay, well your angle's wrong.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you about this, Jeff. You're the fucking Tiger Woods of disc golf by how it sounds. But Gavin, on the other hand, I have no confidence in his ability to throw a Frisbee. I
Give
don't
me
know
one
what
of
he's
those
trying to
freaking
diagnose.
little aerobi things. Give me one of those rings. I will send that thing over everything that we're looking at. Those things go so far.
What does that prove? What are you proving by doing that?
What are you saying? That I'm shit at Frisbee?
Yeah, if we're talking about accuracy, you're just like, I can throw a thing far. That's
No,
great,
I think
but
I
that's
could
not
t-
what.
you
That's
say
not how
hit
you
that
play
tree.
Frisbee.
You say hit that tree, I'll get it in the tree.
What if it was like a small Christmas tree?
I'll give it a damn good go. I'll get close.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Eric, though. And his problem is one we can fix. Eric, I've got a high-speed camera. We can do slow-mo sports analysis
No.
on
here-
your release point, and we can
Here's the
hone it.
thing.
You could, yeah.
Eric, it is all in the wrist. The Frisbee, and by the way, I've never played disc golf in my life. I don't even think I've ever thrown one, but I've thrown a fucking Frisbee. It's 100% in the wrist motion. We
Gavin.
can fix that.
Gavin,
Yeah.
I think that your solution is great and is half of a solution because you're going to film me in slow motion throwing a frisbee, and then we're gonna look at it, and everyone's just gonna go, just throw it, look right there, throw it straighter, and nothing's gonna happen. No one here can break down film like a sports analyst. You're just gonna you're gonna film it, and then we're gonna look at it in slow motion, and then Jeff's gonna go, oh yeah, just throw it like point when you release it.
It's
just
gonna be useful to know.
No.
Like how much later or earlier to let go?
No. I would look at it and say, that looks pretty good to me.
Yeah,
That'd
exactly.
be my...
You don't think you don't think we'll be like, what was that show Kobe Bryant did on ESPN Details, where he would break down film of how NBA players could improve their game?
No,
you
I
don't
don't.
think we could do that for you, Eric?
No.
I feel like we could.
No.
Are you asking if you're Kobe Bryant in this situation, Jeff?
Yeah, no, I just. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think I can. I think we could break down the film and help
Okay.
you. I really do.
No,
I don't think it's that complicated.
I was on your side at first. Upon thinking about this further, let's calm down for a minute. You're the one that's supposed to be throwing an 80-mile-per-hour fastball. Why don't we figure out how to improve your form first?
Listen,
why are we going to Eric?
No. Listen, I'm not fighting. I don't need you to film. I know what I'm doing and how to do it right. I'm fighting father time. I am fighting age. I'm me and LeBron, right? Like it's just every day the Grim Reaper's coming a little bit closer for our abilities. As do I. LeBron's out right now with a groin injury. My groin hasn't been fine for 6 months. Like.
Can you imagine if LeBron had a fucking jock itch scenario, like that was his lower body? It's always a hamstring. You two are not dealing with similar. I guess he had the ankles. That's fair.
Dude, if LeBron had my jock itch, he would miss the entire fucking season.
Or he would be so uncomfortable he'd play really well.
Yeah. Nobody would want to guard someone with jock itch. It's all the way down the leg. You're not getting in there.
Nick said DNP crotch rot. That's great.
Okay, so we're gonna pass on trying to fix my frisbee throw then, right? Like we don't have to worry about that. Like I don't have to worry about trying to fix my frisbee throw.
I think
if Eric and I tried to play frisbee together, it would be like we're playing with ghosts. Like it would be so far left and right on both sides. Nobody would assume we were in the same game.
Here's what we do.
It doesn't have to be.
I'll put on a bit of a wider lens, Jeff and Eric side by side in the same shot, and we'll compare. And we'll take notes. We'll try and apply. Jeff knows exactly what he did. He can maybe move some of that information accurately to you. And with the visuals, I think you can throw a good frisbee.
Hey, as we're wrapping up, and I realize because we're recording this a bit in advance because of vacations and holidays and stuff, do you guys think Eric is good at frisbee yet?
I bet we've already filmed him throw.
Okay. So he's probably better today than he was before the previous episode. That's good. That's
Why don't we fly Andrew in for the face Winter Olympics?
Okay.
Frisbee, I need time.
Darts.
You need time.
If I'm going to compete, I need
to
time.
get a haircut?
I need to train. Yeah. No, to train, I got to get my darts down. If I'm representing my country, I take that very seriously, Eric. Okay, I need to practice some.
We've got 3
cornhole.
countries. Yeah, but Canada can't postpone the Olympics when the Olympics.
That is true. That is true.
You watch it. You watch it right now. It's happening.
We give you the date, and then if you want to enter your country.
Yeah, but the Olympics also don't say they're happening next week, Gavin. There's 4 years. It's a scheduled event.
4
You
years?
have time to train.
Honestly, Andrew would make it last 4 years. If he could not come here for 4 years, that's what we'd be waiting on.
Okay.
Well,
Andrew, how much time do you need so that we can put this on the books and get the flights worked out? How much time do you need to prepare to get ready for the face Olympics?
I will say it's different on home turf.
Which I gotta say,
Last I heard, crabbing. You're coming crabbing at some point, Vancouver Island.
I'm coming crabbing for a bachelor party. I'm not coming crabby. I'll probably be crabby. I'm not coming crabbing to do the Olympics. Those are 2 different trips.
Could crabbing be an Olympic event?
Well,
maybe.
Yeah. What if you had to be in Austin on the 15th of December?
No, I can't do that.
How about
It's
February?
over a month away.
I can't do that.
How about February?
What can't you do about it?
It's my mom's birthday, December 15th. I'm gonna be.
Oh shit.
How about mid-February? Because I'm busy in a lot of January. How about mid-February? Can you come in February?
February? Yeah. No, I have no plans on mid-February. Yeah.
Let's just put it on the book.
Hang on.
Let's all
Hang
do
on.
Valentine's
Hang
Day
on.
together.
That wasn't a yes. That was I have no plans in February. Andrew, can you commit to coming in February?
I'm just trying to remember everything Gavin says when he's scheduling anything at this show. Yeah. I'll just say yes, and then I'll say no as soon as we're done. Yes.
You are.
Doesn't it suck, Gavin? Isn't it annoying?
But I was actually at Monkey Movie. I was actually at pizza making.
Yeah, I'll be at the
And I
Olympics.
didn't say maybe in next quarter. It was like
I'll
a
be
week
in the
away.
Olympics. I'll be in the Olympics. You guys are gonna hold the Olympics. You're like, Andrew never showed. Then you're gonna realize all the fucking gold medals are gone. Sneaky Andrew coming in.
And that's
I can
Monopoly
take 'em
money
all and
taped to
go.
my back.
Okay,
It's gonna cut to me in the plane like MVP. I'm just sitting there with 9 medals around me.
we have until February to figure out what the Olympics are. I feel like they definitely have axe throwing. They definitely have cornhole. They definitely have darts. What? They
Frisbee.
definitely have frisbee distance. The frisbee put.
All these sound miserable to play in winter, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it depends on which week in February it is. It's either going to be 70 or 30.
True.
We'll go for late February. We should be fine. And then we can work on any more. Well, this gives us time to get medals made for all the events, and then an overall
that's a great
medal. This gives us time to get uniforms worked out. This is good. I think pushing it to February, not even pushing it to February, just settling on February allows us some time to do some legitimate planning.
I like it.
But we are committing to doing. How often do the Face Olympics happen? Which, by the way, I was shitting on the name Face last episode. Saying Face Olympics is the funniest thing in the world to me. So I'm back on board with the
Back on
the
it.
name
Only
of our
took one
podcast.
episode.
Yeah,
I think we can decide
every
that
4
after.
years.
every
4 years?
That seems like too infrequent for a podcast.
What if we did every 3 years? Because there's an
What
Olympics
about
every 2.
every other time Andrew gets a haircut?
That's too often.
How about every year?
I think once
Every year
I
is
think-
too
No, I
too
think
much.
I think once a year is good because you can do winter and then you can
No.
do summer.
I agree. It's too. Now, what about
Remember
every?
how often the freaking Minecraft fishing jamboree comes around? It'll be that. It'll be like, oh, how's it already the fishing jamboree again?
How about every 20 months?
Very.
Now,
possible.
I will say that what we do for Face Jam is we have something called Jamsgiving, which is just like Thanksgiving, except it's just whenever we say it is. So it's a lot looser. It's just something to think about. I'm just
Ooh.
putting this out there that we've established.
Oh, I don't doubt that, but-
We've established that
Well,
you just make
if-
it whenever you want it to be. But okay, it sounds like we're good. It sounds like we're good for February, and then we'll work out the logistics later.
That's great. And if anybody has any new competitions they want to submit, I feel like we should probably have a good 7 or 8 if we can come up with them.
I bet I can stick some Monopoly money to Andrew's door by the end of the year.
No way.
The end of this year or
Should
the
there
end
be
of
a
next year?
The end of this year.
So you're going to go up to Nanaimo covertly sometime in the next month and a half and stick Monopoly money on
There's
Andrew's
no.
I'd say
With
that's
me
how
not
s-
noticing.
That's how sneaky I am.
With me not noticing.
I bet you'll text me a picture of it, and I'll already be back on my couch in Austin.
Okay. Deal. There's no way that you do this.
No?
No, 0% chance. I'm gonna catch you.
Oh, man.
You won't
I
catch me
really-
while you're watching your door?
No, I don't know. I'll fucking Kevin McAllister it. I'm gonna step into a trap. There's gonna be a fucking paint can that
I'm
swings
gonna
by.
grab the handle, and then there'll be a pea burn into my hand.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay. You're on. I don't even know what the stakes are for this. I don't-
Steaks.
The
Ooh,
steak
Somebody has to
steak
buy a steak. Has to buy the steak dinner. If
The problem is I don't know where Gavin lives, so I'm at a disadvantage because I was going to counter back and say I'd do the same for you. I don't know where you live.
I live in Austin.
It's just not great.
hey, Andrew,
Yeah.
I can help you out there.
Okay. Okay, we'll figure it out.
I mean, I don't know where Gavin lives either, but I can figure it out.
Yeah, no, you know, you at least could patrol the streets and look
Yeah.
for.
I got a better shot at it than you do.
I know what his trash can looks like. I'll send you photos.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
how
about
about
Steal
this.
your trash can.
Do you think, Andrew? Do you think you could get a bag of cucumbers on his front porch without him knowing or seeing it on any camera, without there being any evidence of it happening?
I will get a bag of cucumbers there, and I'm taking your trash can again. You're gonna have to order another one.
Oh
I'm excited
man!
about this.
I'm so excited to meet up eventually. I'm going to really be pushing for it.
Well, it's happening in
I can't-
February,
That's still so far away. I was getting excited about November.
dude. February is not far away. It's gonna go so fast. You're gonna be so busy with the end of the year and then the beginning of the year and all the trips and stuff. Aren't we taking a potentially taking a beach vacation together between now and then?
I hope so.
I do too. I think that's the plan, though.
I'm just excited to get my steaks.
What's the best steak in Austin?
I feel unqualified.
Yeah. There's a restaurant called Jeffrey's that has it's really fucking expensive, but really good.
What would you say are the top 3? Like,
can the winner pick their steak? What about that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Trulux used to have this thing called Steak Dynamite, which was really good.
What was that?
It was like a nice steak, but with shrimp and spicy sauce on top.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
That's
We're
my
locked
way
in.
Of,
We have our
that's my
bet,
way of
Gavin?
stealing some steak out of this.
So what's the actual bet?
You have to put $1. So, what does being caught mean? Do I have to tag you? How does this work?
You have to catch me doing it.
So I need to stop you in the act, essentially, to prevent it.
Or
If you
alert
put
him that you're aware that he's there.
Okay. Okay. And I have to try to put a fucking cucumber on your door and steal your trash can for bonus points.
Yeah, it needs to be the cucumbers need to be in a bag and they need to be sweating. If we're going to be correct. Now, Gavin, are you putting an American dollar, a Canadian dollar, or Monopoly money on his door? Or British?
I'm probably going to put a Monopoly 100 on his door.
Okay. A Monopoly 100.
Interesting. Okay. I'm excited.
What's your door
This is
made
fun.
of? What sort of fixings do I need to bring?
That's for you to find out. I'm not going to give you
Okay.
any edges. I don't have your
It's like
fucking address.
So I should probably bring like a tape or a magnet or a screw.
Don't use the screw. That'd be a bad idea. Tape would work. If you went with a screw, I would cease to have a door.
What do you mean?
But then I guess I technically win the bet. If I just get rid of my front door.
Well, you're going to be bringing it down with you anyway, right? Didn't we determine
That's
you
true.
can fly with it?
Yeah, that's a great point.
I get to the door, it's just a door frame. He's left.
That's true. You can't put it on the door if you can't. If he's hitting the door out in the woods somewhere.
The door frame counts.
That's a question. Now, does the door frame count? If Gavin goes
fine.
there and you've removed the doors,
Yeah, it does. The door
Okay.
frame would count.
okay.
He's taking the door frame as well.
Yeah, put it on the door frame if you can find that.
All right, so we've got a lot of stuff coming up, maybe.
Yep.
We either have a lot of stuff coming up or we have nothing coming up.
Yeah, I guess it'll depend on after we hit stop here and what Andrew says.
Yeah, what Andrew really means.
What? You're playing that on me?
When do I say yes in the recording and say no the second?
Literally
we
the
start?
last time. The monkey movie. The previous time, the monkey movie, you immediately said no.
What was my reason for saying no?
You see, I don't remember, but you as soon as we finished,
Well, if
we
I
had
ever
to
do that, it's
reschedule
because
it.
there's like new information I've remembered. I'm never like, oh, I'm saying yes now, but I'm definitely saying no actually afterwards. It's usually like something else comes up, or that we have to change for some. I'm never like lying in the recording.
I never. accused
Oh, Nick says new information you remembered is old information, isn't it? That's correct, Nick. But that does,
It's a great point.
But that changes the intent.
I gotta defend Andrew a little bit. There are some times when you say yes to something, and then 10
Oh,
minutes later,
100%.
as soon as we stop, we go, "All right, so we're on for a Friday," and you go, "Well,
Yeah, and there's no implication that
I
at
don't
that
think that's-
time you.
I don't think
I
that's
just
true.
gave you an example.
What was the example? What was it?
The MVP. Oh, you're ridiculous. You fool!
You didn't say what the MVP thing was.
You said we'd all agreed, and then if you go in the episode, it's the whole. You're ridiculous. You're being ridiculous.
But that wasn't information I had in
Let's
the recording.
end the show. Let's end the show. What did it fucking fly to you 5 minutes later? What do
I
you
probably
mean?
checked a calendar or something.
Exactly. And that's fine, but you did the thing. You did the act of saying I'm available, and then as soon as we stopped being, oh no, I can't.
But the intent is
Calendar.
different for you because you already know you're saying no to this.
I'm so amazed that Eric is so quiet through this part because I would love to hear his. Well, maybe it's better we don't. We should probably wrap this up, right?
Okay.
We should.
All right. I'm also not sure that Eric.
You gotta
is
go
still here. He
remove my
might,
door. I'll be back.
I get the impression Eric.
Oh
might have,
no!
he
I'm
muted it
here.
Just to prove that he's
There's
here.
just nothing that I'm gonna do that's gonna solve anything. So I'm just waiting for it to end so we can figure out if it's something we're doing or not.
Andrew
love
tweeted something terrifying,
What? Oh, well, have you found it yet?
and then he texted me saying, "Have you found it yet?"
I was just curious.
What is this?
Have
Well,
you
he
found it yet?
tweeted a he tweeted a picture of a pickle in Austin by that by that mural of Austin. So he's got one of his.
You want me to drop in the Discord, or do you want to drop in the Discord?
If you've got it, you should post it.
I absolutely have.
Got one of
Oh,
his
that's
little cronies to take a picture with a pickle, and then he texts me, "Did you find it yet?" And I haven't found it, and that's honestly scarier. Where is it?
First of all, I think it's hilarious you think it's one of my cronies. Second of all,
Well,
I
it's not
can't
you.
believe you haven't found it yet. You don't think it's me?
Definitely not.
Why?
I don't think it's you either.
That's great. Why do you not think it's me?
Because you don't come here. You refuse.
Okay. Okay. That's funny. I'm just shocked you haven't found it. Have you looked, like, extensively?
Well, where should I be looking? Like in the room? On the front
Well,
porch? In the lawn?
Well, you know.
What am I going to be
There's
just
multiple.
snooping around like a crazy person?
No, there's multiple
my own
places you
bushes?
could look. Well, you kind of know where I said I would leave it, so you can narrow it down a little bit.
Where
Surprised
did you
haven't
say?
noticed
Like
it.
where it was
the
left last
doorstep.
time? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the doorstep was the rule within
I mean,
regulation of there.
It's not
Who's
there
to
now.
say there's only one cucumber? You could be sitting on one right now. There could be one on your monitor.
Let me check. No. No. I mean, I'm checking because I wouldn't put it past you.
No.
But you do this thing where you're so vague and you just do little proddy questions, and it makes me want to curl up.
It's very funny that you don't think I'm there. That's great.
As if you could barely get a setup going in your home, in your room, where
Uh-huh.
you live. Can you imagine you pulling together a face recording setup in Austin?
I can.
Andrew, it takes you so long to get from your little island to us that if you got on your boat with the minute we stopped recording the last episode, I still don't think you'd be here.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm surprised he hasn't found it. I was curious how long it would take Gavin to go into this paranoid cucumber situation. I'm glad we got into it immediately.
Well,
Let me
I've
know when
not
you find
stopped
it.
thinking about it. What do you mean? What?
It's there. I mean, it probably
It's
is
not
going to
anywhere.
start going bad. It's there.
It's not.
It is.
Where?
I told you.
It's not there.
Should he go look on his front porch right now, Andrew? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he can. I don't know. You know, could be hidden. Maybe I painted it. You don't. There's a lot of options. It could be camouflaged, and you don't even see it. There could be a little light on top of it, like one of those fish, distracting you away.
So it's an anglerfish
It could be.
cucumber.
It could be all sorts of things.
I could go and check now.
You could if you wanted to. It'd be funny if you did.
I could go on my phone.
I envision. Do you guys ever watch the Pink Panther remakes with Steve Martin and Jean Reno?
No.
They're
No, I
pretty
haven't.
funny. They're pretty funny. But they would do this thing where they would blend into the background of a wall by wearing a
Yes.
bodysuit that exactly matched the wall. I can
Oh,
just
man.
see like a brick or wooden shaped bodysuit around a fucking cucumber just leaned up against Gavin's step.
Eric, no, I didn't check. I'm going to go check now.
Is it too big, Jeff? Is that why you can't post the photo?
No, I'm just an idiot. I'm gonna recreate it.
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, I'd love to see you recreate.
No,
that.
I mean, take a screenshot. Although that is an idea I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is us
Okay.
trying to seriously recreate like iconic sports photos.
Nothing there.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting.
Here we go.
Is that interesting?
Yeah, it is. I can't believe you haven't found it. Oh, it's not the same photo, but that's a great one.
That's just the one I
My-
found.
But can I ask you, like, in complete seriousness, have you found it yet? Did you find that? You looked?
It's going to be
You
a
look
long
thoroughly?
couple of recordings, isn't it, this one?
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Andrew, did you find Monopoly money on your front door yet?
No,
Oh.
hasn't been placed.
Huh.
I've been vigilant. I'm gonna be honest. I bought a paintball gun. I bought a paintball gun because
You
I have
just
a,
stood guard on your door?
No. This is what happened. Let me finish the story. I bought a paintball gun because I have a balcony and it overlooks like the entire walkway to the door. And I thought, if I see you, I could fire down upon you. Instead of having to run and chase after you, I'd just fire at you from the balcony. I then had guilt upon taking it home that I'd be shooting paintballs at you, and I returned the paintball gun because I felt bad about the possibility of pelting you with paintballs. So I no longer have a paintball gun. My point was just, I am prepared for this to happen. I've put things in place. I've maybe done some other Home Alone-like hijinks to booby trap the area, waiting for your arrival. But I'm prepared. I'm ready.
You're not going to see me.
I'm not going to see you. I don't think that's possible. I got a camera set up. I got multiple cameras, multiple angles. Unless you like parachute in, which hey, you win. If you parachute in, I'll give it to you.
How long do I have to do this? What did we say?
You said the end of December. If you want, I'm willing to extend it. You want to push it back a little bit? I'm okay with that.
I think we'll keep... Do I have to take the ferry? There's surely quicker ways to that island. Can I fly there?
You could fly there. There's multiple ways you could fly. I prefer the ferry.
Why don't you just fly?
Because I prefer the ferry experience. I've never used the airport we have. There's also a seaplane you can use.
Wait. Hang on. I don't mean to interrupt here, but what the fuck? I thought the only way to get to where you are was we had to like fly somewhere, go somewhere, take a ferry.
No,
We can fly directly to where you are.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
clear
you know
about
what?
this in the past. He prefers the bigger airport or some shit.
Yeah, I prefer
He's
the ferry
mentioned
experience.
this. Yeah,
There's a seaplane as well. It's actually probably the most convenient way to get here would be going from the airport to the seaplane, which is pretty close, the Vancouver airport to the seaplane, then flying across. It's a beautiful view. I just prefer the boat.
But how many hours does the boat add to your journey?
So the seaplane, I think, is like a 25, 30-minute flight across. The boat is like 2 hours, maybe.
This is unreal. I thought that the ferry was like such an obstacle for us to overcome, and then I'm finding out that we could just get a plane like any other fucking place in the world. Are you serious? Is this for real?
Multiple planes.
You're gonna have Monopoly money on your door.
Andrew, I'm furious right now.
No, you should be happy to learn that there's a seaplane because it is a beautiful sight to fly into that harbor. It's nice.
This sucks.
I'd be ecstatic if I were you.
So what, you take off from the water?
Yeah. It lands in the water. It flies from the water. It floats. It goes. It goes. Woo, and then you go in the sky.
And that's from
then
the
lands.
airport on your island.
So you go from the airport, and then you go to the seaplane location. It's probably like a 15, 20-minute cab
I'm just
drive.
imagining a normal airport, but one of the gates is in the water.
No, I wish. No, it's like a little. It's on a dock. It's a small little thing. I haven't been in a long time. It could be different, but it's not that big of an area. You walk out on the dock. You hop in the plane. It flies to the other side.
Huh.
Easy. Like 20 minutes. I think there also might be like a helijet as well. There might be. I think there's multiple. They're adding a fast ferry in the summer. So you got
so much choice.
There's a lot of variety to pick from. Well, have we decided what happens if we both are successful? Is that a tie? Is that just a wash at this point?
Yeah, I think it's a very expensive tie.
Okay. So now you're trying to tie is what you're doing.
No, it's not 1-0.
Because I've already placed. It's 1-0. You don't even know. It makes it so funny.
But that's like me saying it's 1-0.
Well, it's I've got more places to hide it, but that's fine.
Hey, have you found the money yet?
It's not on the door. I've checked. There's footage. There's 0% chance that's happened.
Have you checked in the last 40 minutes?
No, I haven't. If you put it in the last 40 minutes, that'd be crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy if I was in Austin and you were in my town? Different times. That'd be funny.
And I took the ferry, not realizing there's a seaplane.
That's why he's so pissed off.
We wrap this up. I have to go. I have to catch a flight.
Oh, did your cucumber get returned?
No. I need time to drop off another one on the way.
Do you have
Which
to catch?
airport are you going to?
Do you have to catch a flight? So when is your flight? Like 4 days from now?
No, it's I'm being in the city. It's easy. I'm not on the island right now.
Oh,
I'm in Austin.
You're in Austin. Where are you staying?
Yeah,
I'm in Austin. I'm staying at the Hilton by the convention center. Well, because we've had a debate about fucking sneakiness and how sneaky I was. You guys are saying I wasn't sneaky. It's what started this whole thing. So I start with the cucumber photo. Yesterday, I text Gavin saying, "Do you have a favorite lunch or dinner spot?" and he was useless. He provided zero information at all.
Because
He
you were just
said,
going to
nope.
send your little helper to wherever that was.
No. I would not. I would go there myself because I'm in Austin right now. So I asked Jeff later in the evening. He recommended a donut place called S-H Donuts.
Shithead Donuts.
So I went there.
Yeah.
I went there.
Did you
That's me. This
did
one.
you also have your table and Windex and
Let's give me a
grilled
second.
cheese maker in Austin?
No, I did not. I wouldn't travel with that. So this is me this morning. I picked some up. Jeff, you're right. Kolaches were delicious. Donuts were good. Took a few photos of the store. for you.
You're a prick.
Went in. No, I'm in. I have to leave for a flight.
Now I'm just imagining that that's you. Like you're
It is me.
the pickle looking at
I'm not the pickle. I'm the one taking the photo.
God damn.
I've been all over.
Well,
You want to see the hotel? Do you not believe I'm in a hotel right now?
why don't we get a picture of you? Why do we only get the cucumber?
We've never had a
Is
picture
that-
of him the entire face.
Yeah, I don't do that. There are no pictures.
Nick sent you GTA 6 footage.
This is me. It's me outside. The Hilton. The lobby.
Hey, what was the weather like today?
It's fine.
You're such a little asshole.
No, I'm. What do you mean? I'm here. I gotta go though, because we have the recording tomorrow. We all agreed recently we never record anything.
Well, if we're doing it
in
at Jeff's.
person. Yeah, but we said we never record anything in person, so I have to go. It's gonna be a late flight, and I'm gonna have to leave in the morning to make it before we record. That's what I was worried about.
Someone did point out that you actually are very sneaky in the fact that you managed to come to pinballs with me and I had no recollection.
Yeah. Here, I'll take a photo. Let me take a photo of my desk with the mic.
Okay.
Okay.
I was worried it would sound bad because I'm using the snowball. I didn't want to bring a fucking XLR cable. I brought a few essentials actually with me for the desk.
How long?
Is this important?
How long do you pretend that you've been in Austin?
I've been in Austin since Monday, early Monday.
Today is.
I don't know why you think I'm pretending here.
Why
There's a
would
photo of
you
the desk.
come to Austin, stay for 5 days, and not see what I'm assuming are two of your best friends in the world?
Because that's how fucking sneaky I am. That I've been in this city for a week. You haven't encountered me. And I put the cucumber down. I was here for business, Jeff. This wasn't a pleasure trip.
What did you think of
There's
the
no joy in
new the new immigration
What are you talking about?
to get into the US?
What do you mean? It wasn't, post COVID is what it was. There's not really restrictions.
But what did you think of the new thing they've got?
Why isn't this? 1 second. My photos are fucking here. Here we go. It's me right now. Got my mic. Got my cucumber.
Got your icy
Got my
hot.
icy hot. I've been icy hot in every time.
Okay, so this is our current Discord window.
Yeah.
Open on that.
Because it's me.
So is that like in the room?
And that is a shithead donut
Here,
bag right there.
This is my window sucks. I'd show you the outside. This is my window. It fucking stinks.
Who is in our Discord that isn't
There's,
you?
but
This is
but that's
terrible.
the thing. They're not, and I'm looking because I'm like, oh, maybe it's like a screen grab, but it's
No.
like
But
the
But
browser.
seriously, I need
It's
to,
like the browser and everything.
I
need to go.
He's.
I have a flight
What
to
he's
catch.
done is he's.
I love you guys.
He's got someone to log into his Discord.
What is happening?
No,
Or they're just.
How would
sending-
I be
They're
here?
sending
That
him
doesn't make sense.
photos, and then. Oh my God! This is just how they. This is
Anyway, I have
exactly
to
how
go,
they tricked
but I'll
Manti
talk to you guys
Te'o.
later.
I watched the documentary.
This is exactly. We're a bunch of Manti Te'os. Did
He
Andrew
left.
just leave?
This motherfucker.
Is he in the room next door? Like,
This Manti Te'o motherfucker. He got us.
What the fuck?
It's good.
Huh.
He did good. I'll say he did good.
is he just
it's-
sending screenshots that are being opened full screen currently on someone else's laptop?
I think it's more likely that he has someone else who is in Austin in a hotel, and he just asked, "Wow,
Yeah, but does that cucumber match the ones in the photos?
does it match?" There's an indentation.
We're
It's
gonna
hard to
have to forensic how he's not
say.
here.
I will say the
Sure as shit not in Austin though.
The cucumber in the window reflection looks different than the one outside, and then different again inside. This one's pointier.
He
Unless
could have turned Nick or Eric.
I swear, I don't know how to assure you that I'm not, because this is fucking crazy.
I'll
We
say
might need to
this.
see live pictures from Eric and Nick's setups.
Okay, what do you want me here? Okay,
Rep.
here you go.
I can assure you it's not me, but if you look in the bottom left corner, that looks like Eric's little.
It's not. I
little
have nothing. What do
counter.
you want me to do right now? Because this is
it's
blowing my
Eric.
mind.
It's Eric. Eric, you forgot to remove your name from that screenshot.
It's not. I don't know what
Eric,
to
you goof.
This sucks because
Eric.
it's not me.
It's you.
Oh, wait, he created a dummy Eric and Jeff and Gavin and me. Remember?
He did.
Oh, is he using his second
Oh.
Eric?
What the fuck?
Throw you under the bus.
You guys start accusing me. It's not me.
Well,
I
it
don't know
says
what's
Eric
going on.
Bador in the screenshot.
This sucks.
What the fuck?
He's making us eat each other.
Huh.
this.
He's even got Audacity open.
I don't.
There's attention to detail here that is pretty insane.
We need to go also.
This is more important.
but I can't crack this. I don't know what's going on.
So he's got secret Eric appearing offline, maybe?
Yeah,
Because
he must.
I'll say this: I don't think Eric's going down to the Hilton and taking photos of shit.
No, fuck no. Absolutely not. What the fuck? No, absolutely not.
And there's definitely a Christmas tree in
Well, I was
that
just worried that-
reflection.
I was just worried that Eric had sent a screenshot of our Discord to Andrew to
No,
send
it's-
to his crony.
That's so
This
much.
sucks. Andrew just sent a message that said, sorry for leaving early. My flight leaves in an hour and I'm worried about making it. And then sent another picture of the laptop.
His flight does not leave in an hour. There's no way. Is there a flight out
flights?
of
What flights from to Vancouver leave? Is there one leaving at 6:25? We have to go long just to forensic this.
Yeah, we
I
do.
can't.
Flights.
But here's
He's
the thing.
not here.
He might not be going to Vancouver. He might lay over in Chicago. He might lay over in Seattle. He might lay over in LA or San Francisco.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's probably nothing direct
Uh,
to Vancouver's.
fuck. Today is Thursday, December 1st.
Yeah.
He could.
This is way more advanced than I initially
God
thought.
damn it.
Me
He
too.
could. I mean, there's a flight out at 9 p.m. tonight that gets him home at noon tomorrow.
Can we see? Okay, so Eric's
This motherfucker,
offline
there's a
account,
fucking flight at 7:45 tonight. There's a
No
flight
way.
at 6:18. This
Oh, no.
By
little
everyone's-
shit.
by everyone's name on Discord is like a 4-digit number afterwards.
Yeah.
The fake Eric has a certain 4-digit number. Can we see that in the?
I can show you
let's-
mine,
Let's see if we can see it.
but I don't know how to see theirs.
Fuck, I can't.
Yeah, it's too. It needs to be slightly higher res because I can't
Mine
read the
is-
number under his name.
Mine is that. And that's really hard to read. That doesn't look right, though. That doesn't look like those numbers, does it?
No, it's not. His looks like it ends in a 7 or a 1.
Right.
Oh, it ends in a 7. The fake Eric ends in a 7.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've been framed.
Why wouldn't he use his own fake account? Did he not make a fake Andrew? He might not have.
He might not have.
No, he did. So he does have a fake Andrew, but he didn't use that for the screenshot?
Maybe he didn't know the login.
I'm so confused.
This little shithead. He did a good job. I'll give him
You
that.
did a very good job.
I'll give him that. That's good work. He must have been slathered in icy hot today because he was on point with this.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's just sat watching us still in this chat room. Just,
Definitely. And he says Nick said he may have wanted to cause an issue for Eric. I agree. I think that's exactly what he wanted to do.
Now that's an interesting point. That is an interesting point. Why not sow doubt elsewhere? Yeah, it's a brilliant deflection on his part. We were ready to burn you to the ground.
Yeah, that
I was
sucks.
so ready.
That sucks. I didn't do anything.
Oh, is there any other info? I knew he was up to something when he asked me my favorite breakfast place in Austin. I didn't think it was this, but I knew he was up to something.
It's a Mac Pro with a touch bar.
It is a Mac Pro with a touch bar.
We're talking like
let's think.
a couple years ago.
In that most recent pic, can you see the little the little envelope that holds the key cards? Can you see what the name is on
Yeah.
that?
No. No. It's I think it's Hilton? I don't know. It's hard to say. It could be an advertisement for anything.
I want to know who he's turned. It's got to be someone who works for us, though, right? Otherwise he's letting strangers into the Discord.
You think it's Jack? You think it could be Jack?
Can I ask this? I'm doing some investigating. I'm looking at these pictures. What is that microphone plugged into?
Oh, it's off to the side.
But it's plugged into something.
Yeah. What is it plugged into? Whatever it's plugged into isn't plugged into the laptop, right? That's only one cable.
Right.
Huh.
Because if you look at the other pictures, I'm looking at like the original one. It's not plugged into the laptop.
And it's muted too. Or is that the power light?
I don't know how Yeti works.
Also, interestingly, in the image, he's not a member of any other recording groups. Although I guess he only does this podcast with us, so that is possible. But I've got like 1 million of them on mine.
Yeah, me too.
The mic is clearly on because the light's on.
Yeah.
But it's not plugged into that laptop. So it's plugged into something else because maybe he forgot the dongles for that laptop.
Does it maybe is it a USB powered mic?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. So it doesn't need phantom power or anything.
And it's probably a big fat mini USB plug on the mic end. He's done us.
Yeah. I don't know that we're going to crack this beyond what we've got.
I think we've done some good forensics, though.
I agree.
I think we've gotten a lot out of it.
We
clearly it's
we
not
know he's
him.
not here.
It's not him. He's definitely not here. Oh, he did a good job, though. He did a good job. Did a real good job. If he'd have plugged that. Wait, where's it in this other photo? Yeah, you just can't tell. All right, well, I guess we should end it then.
Okay.
Wow.
I almost want to drive down to the fucking Hilton now.
But he's gone. He's going to the airport.
Oh, yeah, right. Sure he is. Let's beat him to the airport. He's got such a jump on me from where I live.
We should all go to the airport right this second.
Oh, my God. Who's the closest to the airport? It's not me. Oh, man. This little turd. All right. Well, thanks for listening to Face.
That was such a weird ending to it.
I mean, he did such a good job.
We're going to have to take that picture for the video version and like zoom around on it and
yeah,
let people see what we're looking at.
This little shithead, man. 2 episodes in a row. He made the website and then he did this. He pulled this thing off. He's been on fire lately.
Yeah, he's been tearing it
busy.
down.
He is bathing in icy hot. I guarantee you, every fucking day, coming up with this stuff. I wish you could.
His ears are just soaked.
I wish you could see who the person in the reflection is taking the photo, but you can't.
It's cleverly angled.
Yeah, it is clever.
But it is a room that faces into the lobby.
But we do know that he is good about angling himself out of reflections in photos.
He's not. I don't know if he's good about it, but he does do it.
Yeah. Huh. All right.
Lidocaine icy hot.
Yeah. That's where's mine?
Is that just the standard?
No, I think lidocaine is like a stronger ingredient. But that's like the roll-on. I don't think the roll-on works as well personally. All right. Anyway, let's end it on a high note. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Face Podcast.
Hello.
This is sorry. I was just thinking. I just realized after we're recording 2 today, I have to do something between episodes quickly when we stop.
Places to be?
I'm back. No, not places to be. I realized I'm supposed to chug a thing of Bovril, and I don't have that, so I'll quickly put that together.
You talked that up massively last episode.
I did, and I need to deliver on it. I got my Gerpler is now here. I'm now back. I'm back in my comfortable situation that I'm used to. No longer in a different country. It's an exhausting trip.
Have you by any chance listened to the additional 12 minutes of forensics we had to do after you left the last episode?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Why did you need to do forensics? I was clearly there. Did you not think I was there?
Oh, just listen.
Just listen?
We put our sleuthing caps on.
Really? Okay. Well, if you didn't think I was there, which it sounds like you guys didn't, then how would I have the photos?
We got 12 minutes of
in detail.
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Like Nick says, they thought about adding us to the CSI family.
I
Okay,
appreciate it.
so what we have is a bag, except for Eric, who has a little box. And in it are a bunch of different kinds of potato chips and like chippy type things. Now, I don't want to confuse this with the supplemental content we still need to do where I present American chip, the chip off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. This is actually going to be called, I'm going to call this the Chippleza.
Oh.
The Chippleza. What was your
Chippleza?
What
Yeah.
is it called? The Chippleza.
The Pulpeza. The Chippleza.
Chippleza.
A midday Chippleza.
Midday Chippleza. Okay, so
Wow, this is quite the combination of flavors. Jesus.
yeah. Well, we're
Yeah?
going to be recording your impressions of them. So first off, everybody pull out of the bag. We're going to do this in order. The first thing you'll see is unchos. Okay.
Okay.
And I would say,
Getting our unchos.
Sorry, Andrew, you might have munchos because I wasn't able to put painter's tape on yours, obviously, because you had to buy it yourself. Everybody else has unchos.
I do.
And
I
that
always
is
get paranoid when the price is on the product in print.
Really?
It's
Why?
just such a weird thing to me.
I feel like it's convenient. I like
That
when I
means
see
that they're the
product.
same price in every store they're in.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'm opening them now.
Okay,
let's open
Yeah,
it.
open up the unchos, and I want everybody, before you do it, though, I want you to, what we're going to do is you're going to open it up, and you're going to take your first impressions. And you're going to, we're going to record two numbers. We're going to record from 1 to 5, 1 being the shittiest, 5 being the best. And this will make sense later. Open it up, and I want you to have your, pre-taste impression. Just write down a number. It could be 3, it could be whatever. And then you're going to eat a chip, and then after you eat a chip, write down your post-chip impression, and then just combine those two numbers. So if it's 5 and 5, it's 10. If it's 3 and 4, it's 7. Hopefully you get the idea.
Pre, post, and first
Just write down
is...
unchos.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody.
Okay,
just
so we're
what?
so it's you open it up before we take a bite, write down the number that we have the impression of, and then
just
take a bite,
you smell the
and
bag.
then give it a number again. Add those.
Yeah,
got it. Just wanted to be sure.
freshness,
Got it.
appearance, whatever you guys think. Just whatever metric you use to evaluate pre-eating.
Out of what, 5?
I got
Out
the
of 5.
knockoff brand Muncho, so it's a lower score already. 'Cause I
Yeah,
got the lesser quality.
I'm
Yeah, they don't-
preing this at a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't have unchos.
I'm gonna go
in
3.
Canada, unfortunately. Okay. And then everybody, Nick and Eric, go ahead and write yours down too. And then everybody take a bite from the chips, and then write down your post score.
Okay.
I appreciate the audience's patience in this. I know it doesn't quite make sense yet, but I think it'll be funny
Oh, dear. That's way saltier than I was expecting.
when we put it all together.
That's very
Interesting. Salty. Okay.
That's gone to a 2 for post.
I'm gonna say, I'll agree with that 2 for both.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Once everybody has recorded their score, let me know and we'll move on.
I'm good. I'm
got
ready
it.
to move on.
And now oh, by the way, I will say there are some 2 things of and I apologize, I had you buy these too, Andrew. There are 2 things of chocolate. I didn't get that part of the game finished, so just hold on to those. Those will be for the future. I threw them in anyway just because I figure we'll get to it at some point. So what we have here is we have Terra sweet and beet potato chips. It's like sweet potatoes and beets. That was what started this whole thing. We have Blue Fuego or Blue Fire Takis, dill pickle kettle crinkle cut potato chips, Muddy Buddies, which I don't think Gavin or I think it's a pretty American thing.
I'd never heard of a Muddy Buddy.
I don't think you guys have heard of Muddy Buddies. I'm kind of excited to hear your impressions on those. And then pork rinds, pineapple, and ancho chili. Okay, so let's open up that bag of Terra sweet and beet potato chips next, and then write down your first impression.
Oh, gosh. Oh, dear.
What is that? What is that for?
I mean, the pre is not great.
What does that mean? Because they're beet potato chips?
Did you put a cucumber in this, or is this just...
I got you, you son of a bitch!
Oh, my...
You've been cucumbered! You've been cucumbered! You didn't even see it! It snuck right in under the radar! You got Trojan horsed with a cucumber! You fool! You fool, Gavin!
Is this whole thing just for me? Are you shitting me?
It's just you! You got a bunch of cucumbers in there, buddy! Bunch of cucumbers!
So why
Didn't
did
even
you
see
do
it.
that?
What we have
Didn't even see
What we have here, Gavin, the unchos were a MacGuffin to get your... they were just bog standard potato chips to get a baseline to trick you. every other. Open up the Talkies. Open up the kettle. Open up the Muddy Buddies. Open up the pork rinds. In them, you will find pieces of one of the biggest cucumbers on earth.
You are shitting me.
Oh,
I just got a whiff of it.
This is.
And then I put my hand in and it was wet. Are you serious?
This has been in the works for weeks. Weeks.
Open up the Talkies.
Hold on.
Hey, Gavin, myself and Nick received no such box nor bag of any of these chips.
It's just me eating chips on my own.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was all a cover to get cucumbers on your doorstep without you knowing and to bring them in. We recorded an entire episode of Face with cucumber next to you and you didn't even know.
Yeah, that entire episode of 133, you were cucumber adjacent the entire time.
It was sealed.
Yeah.
So
They're all sealed.
I was wondering why when I picked up each bag, the bottom felt like cold and wet. And I was like, maybe it's just like the flavors. It like registered, but not enough for me to think anything strange was going on. The bottom of the bag is like damp on each one.
Andrew, I'll let you. This was your
So
masterminded.
You glued them shut?
No. It's
way more
went
complicated.
You have no idea, Gavin, the journey that this has been. There has been failure at every turn. I came up with this a few weeks ago. Shortly after we did, I was thinking, like, how can I get something on your doorstep without you knowing? And at first I was thinking, like, physically, how could I do it? Because you've the Ring camera, it's going to be difficult. And then I thought, I can Trojan horse you. I'm going to put it in something that you're not expecting. That's great. You just shared cucumbers in another bag of chips, sneakily in there. So originally, I wanted to do it in a thing of trading cards. You okay?
I'm just opening each bag. These ones are blue.
Yeah, it's in all of them.
So I was going to do this, and I wanted to do it in Mr. Bean trading cards and have you open the packs, and every pack would have a slice of cucumber nestled in. And then Jeff brought up, what if we just do it with, like, chips instead? Because that is easier. It makes sense with the thing. And what's even better is Jeff naturally just came up with the double salted licorice. Like, it was a whole part of the show, and that would be the perfect vessel, because you're not expecting anything. It makes sense for you to get it, to have it. So we did the Office Day. And as soon as we finished recording the Office Day, I tweeted to Jeff, I bought him a bag resealer off of Amazon. I said, I'm so excited for you to put the cucumber in the licorice. And we're like, it's going to arrive tomorrow. We can get this going. To which Jeff replied, oh no, I gave Gavin the bag of licorice. Jeff completely forgot about our entire plan of getting using the licorice to get to you. So we had to pivot on the fly. And that whole text conversation you were in was all a ruse of us being like, have you tried these chips? I actually love those chips. Those are delicious.
They're
chips.
fucking great.
The Terra Nova.
I'm a fan
They're
now.
really tasty.
Yeah, they
I
are.
can't believe
The level of deception.
So
then you want to take this, because this is where it escalates, because my bag resealer kept getting delayed and it wasn't getting to Jeff on time. You can take this over from this point, Jeff.
Okay, so I was waiting on receiving this tool called a bag resealer that allows you to open up like a bag of potato chips and then reseal it, right? Like it like heats it shut. And it was out for delivery last night. I had the chips. I was ready to go. Actually, I just had those Terra chips, and I was going to try to fit it all in that. And then at like 10 p.m., Andrew texted me, and he was like, "I don't think the resealer's going. It's been shipped. It didn't make it to you today. It got sent back to the warehouse. It'll be out tomorrow for delivery. What are we going to do?" And so I hit Google and I started reading, and I found out that you can. Gavin just keeps putting photos from the cucumbers. So I saw on YouTube that you can use a hair straightener, like a curling iron, or like a flat iron is what's called, a flat iron to reseal a bag of chips. So I went and grabbed Emily's flat iron. By the way, Emily, I'm sorry. I cleaned it. I promise. Things got a little dicey for a moment, but I fixed it. And I took that bag of Terra chips, and I carefully cut it open, and then I tried to reseal it to see if it could be done, and it worked, kind of. And so, but I did melt some of the bag and stuff, and it wasn't perfect. But then Emily texted me, and she was like, because I was like, hey, just letting you know ahead of time, I might have ruined your thing. And she was like, whoa, don't you have, like, because I have a sous vide, and she was like, don't you have that thing that sucks the air out and then seals it to put, like, steaks and stuff in? And I was like, oh, my God, I do. You don't have to use the air suck thing. You can just use the seal. And so I tried that on a bag of chips, and it worked. And I was like, oh, my God, this is amazing. It looked professional. So then I started cutting up the cucumber, and as I started to dump it into the bag of beet chips, it made the bag of potato chips weigh like 80 pounds. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to hand him a 27-pound bag of potato chips and have him fall for that. So what I did was I
been next to me for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I sliced up all the cucumbers as thin as I could with a mandolin, which broke and didn't work worth a damn. So I ended up just kind of half-assing that. And then I put them all in the oven on the lowest setting for like a half an hour to try to evaporate all the water, because I figured most of the cucumber's water weight, right? So then I got them drier, and then I tried to soak and press all the water out to get them as light as possible. Then I realized that still wasn't light enough. So I ran to the store and I bought as many weird kind of potato chips as I could find. All that other stuff I bought like 2 hours ago. I bought it an hour before I went to your house. And I brought it back, and then I carefully opened them all up. And by the way, I filmed all of this on my phone for you guys. and I filmed it, so the angles are terrible. Unusable. Anyway, so I filmed all this, and then I got all the potato chip bags home. I opened them all up. I evenly split out the cucumber into the different bags, resealed them all, stuck them in a bag, was still worried that you weren't going to fall for it. So then I added in the gift of the shit from the apple orchard, because I've been meaning to give that to you guys for months as like a combo thing to try to make it all make sense. And then I got on Slack and I said, this is the plan for today. I need to make sure everybody has the same address that they did last time I went to your houses. And then Nick was like, oh, no, I moved, and pretended to give me his new address, all as subterfuge to further convince Gavin that this was a real event.
Everything surrounding this seemed so legit. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Jeff and I were on a Discord call earlier today.
Yeah.
And Jeff was so giddy showing me like all of the bags he had and like it was great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the videos.
I did a video call with Andrew to show him the whole process and how it worked and all, because I wanted, because unfortunately this is Andrew's prank, obviously, and I'm just his proxy agent. And so
he clearly gave you the cucumber while he was in Austin, right?
Obviously.
I also did one dumb thing. I went to the store and I bought when I bought the cucumbers, I bought 3. And as I'm checking out, as I've checked out and I'm walking to my car, Andrew texts and he goes, hey, be sure to get the smallest cucumber they have. It'll be easier to hide. And I went, oh, fuck. I bought the 3 biggest cucumbers in the store. I don't know why. But
I don't know why you did that either.
A big cucumber is funnier.
I asked if you'd put cucumbers in this because they look like really fancy chips. I was like, oh, there's like other veg in here. I thought, I really only said that as a joke. And then you were like, what? Yeah, take it. Take the cucumbers. I was like, oh my God.
Also, the two things of chocolate, they were there to cover a chocolate bar that didn't work. I took like a gross kind of chocolate and I got a mandolin and I shaved it down until it was really thin, except it broke in half, so I had to super glue it back together.
Trying to do it like
so
when they hide like a flask in a Bible or a gun or something in a book?
So what I did was then I layered the top of the chocolate bar with cucumber and then sealed it back up. But when I went to go put it in your bag, it had leaked through, and it was very clearly tampered with. So I had to just like pivot and throw that away. Luckily, that was from a different cucumber. But
good. I had cucumbers in my hands without realizing.
Yeah, dude, lots of them.
Oh my God,
so many.
By the way, these are my final scores.
Jeff, when you showed me the cucumber you bought, it looked like the mallet that like a caveman would have in a cartoon. I've never seen a bigger cucumber in my life. It was massive. Oh, that was so good.
Nick said he wasn't sure how far this bit was going, so he was writing down fake numbers. Like if I called for the scores, it would be legit.
I have been on pins and needles all fucking day for this moment, just praying you would fall for it.
The Trojan crisps.
Trojan crisps.
Dirty.
So it's what? It's 1-0. I'm up.
That's 1-0.
I'm on the scoreboard. Yep. I'm ready, prepared. Don't have my paintball gun anymore, but I got things set up.
I should
ready
be irritated. I should be frustrated. I'm so impressed. I just can't believe it. And I should just go with my gut. There are a few tiny little things that just registered as like, oh, that's a bit. And I just didn't follow through.
What were they? What were the things that you're like, huh?
Well, firstly, that we were doing a crisps bit that somehow isn't the other crisps thing we're doing. I was like, how is this suddenly snuck in? But it didn't register. Like, I didn't want to like kill a bit or anything. So I was like, okay, we're doing this. and then the cold, wet feel of the bags that just registered like a little hint of like, oh, that feels a bit weird. But I guess I've never had these chips before.
I'd also like to point out,
stinks in here, by the way.
Gavin,
oh no,
Gavin, I am an independent agent. I am not aligned with Andrew. I am a free agent available for anybody.
Absolutely.
I'm just as willing to help you get back at Andrew or Eric.
What's
or
your
Nick or
availability
whoever
towards
else.
the end of the month?
I'll be available. I'm around.
He's a free agent to help you get back at Andrew, the guy we can't go visit, get to in any way, and also he bought a paintball gun for protection. Yeah,
I returned it. I returned it. Yeah, on the record, returned the paintball gun. I would just also like to say, even though Jeff is applying his service to you, I'd highly recommend Jeff, Gavin. Even though it's against me, great service.
Really?
I give it 5 stars.
Really keen?
Fantastic. Fun to work with. Just all around. Great use of service.
Did you by any chance pour an extra bucket of salt into these unchos, or is that what just they taste like?
No, that's just what they taste like. The unchos weren't opened or tampered with in any way. They were meant. I just wanted to get a little bit into the joke before the reveal. They were designed for that. And as a hilarious callback to the alphabet contest.
Oh man, that couldn't have gone better. The way that like we fell into this being like 6 bags of chips, it was originally just gonna be the bag of licorice. All of the blunders, I feel, just made it better. Ultimately, it added. We had to work so much harder to try to sell the deception. That was going to occur.
I still don't have the bag resealer that Andrew bought me.
It actually it said it was delivered.
Oh, it probably was delivered while we were recording.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's probably outside your door right now. But your thing was so much better. I love that I didn't know you had one of those, and it's so much more convenient to use than the little resealer I was sending you.
It worked like a charm too. It worked
great.
Yeah. So I
Gavin never noticed the seal. It was the wetness. It was the cold and the wetness that kind of alerted him. There was nothing visually about it. It sounds like that made you suspicious, Gavin, that they were tampered with.
Yeah, I mean, they opened pretty easily, but I didn't really think anything of that either.
There you go.
That was flawless from beginning to end.
Kevin, I hate tricking you. I'm sorry, but I had to.
So you weren't driving around. You just drove to me and then went home.
I sent a text out saying like, all right, I'm gonna go out and drive to everybody's house now, make the rounds, and then I just sat and played Gems of War for a minute until I thought enough time had passed, and then I just drove to your house and back. Yeah.
So how giddy were you for the entire last recording? Were you just so excited?
It was amazing. I thought we'd get to it pretty fast, and then the episode just kept going and going, and then I thought it's even funnier if we don't get to it.
Are there some in the dipped banana bites?
No, they're a MacGuffin too.
Okay.
Only because I couldn't figure out how to open and reseal that without you seeing
I was going to say, because that's like a tear open sort of.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yep. I was like, that wouldn't work. About halfway through the last episode, I realized this is so much funnier if he would record an entire episode without knowing. So I just tried to stretch like the cooking thing as long as I could to make sure that we would wrap up and go to the next one.
You guys are getting really good at this.
I do want to point out that me and Nick were only just asked to play along, had no idea what was happening or why, that it was a cucumber involvement. It was just Jeff going, hey, pretend like you got this. And it was me and Nick going, you got it. No hesitation, no idea why.
Yeah, I looped them in with as little information as possible an hour before the podcast started and just said, cone of silence. I need you guys to just go along with this. I'm telling, pretend that you got this bag. And then I even said, as I'm trying to do like the Quentin Tarantino thing in Reservoir Dogs where you make the lie so believable, right? When he's talking about pissing with the drug dog. So I was like, Eric, I didn't have a bag for you, so I had to use a box. Like I was just like throwing out bullshit details that make no sense.
I think, when you go back and listen, I think there's going to be like a lot of little suggestions from us of like what's going to come and our excitement of it.
I literally huffed the bag. It smelled weird, and then I looked at the cucumbers. I thought, oh, these are interesting. Oh my god,
man.
I'm so slow on the uptake.
Oh, and this went through so many iterations too. Like, there's going to be a real sneaky. I thought about you having something for a while and then doing a fake cucumber thing where I got caught, so you would not expect that you already had the cucumber in your possession. There were layers. This went through a lot of iterations of planning.
I was also terrified you would answer the door and I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. So I was really hoping. I was really hoping that I wouldn't run into you when I dropped off the bag.
Oh,
yeah, you wouldn't have been able to.
No, I was
that's
fucking.
so
I was
great.
I was bouncing off the walls with excitement. There would have been no way to hide it.
do you think there's a glee in just your appearance, Jeff, when leaving it at the door through like the ring footage? Do you think there's a visual joy that it can be?
I tried so
Devin,
hard.
you
not
should
to-
evaluate that footage and
I'll
just
have to, yeah.
tell if Jeff seems like happier than normal and all this other.
I blew
He
him a
usually does
kiss.
something whenever he drops
Yeah.
something off. He
I blew him a
does
kiss on
pelvic
the camera.
thrust. Oh, okay.
All right, Gavin, ball's in your court, buddy.
That is,
Back- and I'm back on the market. Just for the record, the
yeah.
contract has ended.
Highly recommend.
I'm going to be hiring, I think. It stinks of like soggy salt, cucumber, and like Vancouver child kicker beer mat rug.
What's your oxygen level right now? Is that okay? Whatever
Oh,
your scan was before?
Yeah.
How are you doing with that?
Oh dear.
That might have helped us, actually.
It could have.
You might be.
Yeah,
a little
maybe
dumb-
that's sort of
dumber than
affected
normal.
my-
Freshness of the cucumber?
Might have affected my intelligence.
Oh no, is that lethal?
Is that high?
Is that a lethal amount?
That's pretty high. It's 300 outside.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You got to get a plant or something.
Did you also pump CO2 into my room before you delivered?
No, I will say that's the one thing I was bummed about is like the bags deflate when you open them, and I wish that I'd had like compressed air or something that I could have tried to shoot into it
Ooh.
to puff it back up. That'll be how I
Like,
improve
ooh.
next time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe like a bike pump? I don't know.
Yeah,
Compressed
just like
air
a
could
can of
work.
compressed air. Just be like, I could seal it up 99% of the way. Just have the little thing, the little tube in there, and just like hit it and then seal it. I bet.
Oh, man. I was worried with the whole, me taking the photos in Austin with the cucumber. I thought you'd be on high alert, Gavin. So I was worried about that as well.
No, I just never for a second expect. That was so good. My guard was fully down. I wasn't suspicious at all.
Oh, man.
And would you say that now your guard's going to be higher?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I'm in the lead. I've secured it. We don't have long to go. Plus, we said, I don't remember if this was in the episode or not, or if this is something we talked about later. Any failed attempt, you cannot try again until 10 days later. So you're almost running up to a point where you can only get one attempt in. We're getting close.
To sneak in an attempt right before Christmas.
Unless
on
he's
guard.
already done it.
Unless he's already
Yeah,
done
have you
it.
checked your door recently?
No, I haven't. Not going to, because there's nothing there. Not worried about it. 0% chance. I'm going to let everybody know right now, if you send me anything, Jeff, Gavin, for Christmas, it is not entering my home until after the holidays. Everything, I'm viewing every item as a potential cucumber.
I'm not doing cucumbers for you, am I?
He's doing Monopoly money.
No, you're doing Monopoly money. You're right. Yeah, that's why I forgot it wasn't a cucumber off. It's Monopoly money. I'm not. Oh fuck! I can't do anything about that, can I? Because you're putting it to the door.
Yeah.
There's no stealth. Oh fuck!
Yeah, it's just going to be on your door. It's going to be screwed to your door.
Yeah.
What were you gonna
And
do with a
you already-
paintball gun? Were you gonna shoot the cucumber away?
No, it's I can see the entire lead to my door from a balcony on my room, and I was gonna shoot down at him.
That makes
so
sense.
I wouldn't have to chase him. Yeah, but then I felt bad about it, so I returned it.
Yeah, and then that went on for a long, long time. You said the muffaletta is the worst sandwich on the planet. I was offended, and then you ate cucumbers.
Fantastic.
Cucumbers on my porch.
In your hands. In your room
hands.
right
You
now.
carried him up
On my lap.
on your lap, sitting there. Didn't
Cold.
even know.
And
Cool.
slightly damp against my lap.
That's interesting because the problem I had earlier was that the bags got real hot because I had put the I cooked them in the oven for like 30 minutes, and I thought, oh my god, these bags are hot. He's never gonna believe it. I'm glad they cooled down.
Nothing suspicious about these hot bag of chips I'm leaving on your front door. I can just imagine the steam coming off of them when he opens it.
They're like fanning them and blowing on them on my doorstep.
That was great. Thank you so much for your help, Jeff.
Yeah,
what
man,
a
no problem.
fantastic
Very well
series
played.
of events. Yeah, that turned out really well. That was the exact opposite of a salad cream, for sure. Couldn't have been further from salad cream.
100%. Yeah, I don't know what the opposite of a salad cream is, but have we ever
I don't
determined
know.
that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we can add.
Maybe that's what this is. You chipped it.
You chipped it. I think we could have work. We'll come up with something.
We'll workshop it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What else?
Awesome.
What else you guys got going on?
Not much. I'm on the fence about going into the process of the cucumber photos, but I don't know if I should wait to go into detail on that whole saga, because it's kind of nice because the cucumber, there might be a last act. Maybe I should save it. Should I save it or should I go into it? I don't know.
I think there's going to be a last act if Gavin's going to try to enact revenge on you.
I mean, it seems that you both don't think I was in Austin. Like, definitively. No. You both strongly believe that. Okay.
I don't say both. I think there's 4 of us here that don't think he was in Austin.
Nobody here thinks I was in
done.
Austin? And the forensics were done. None of you, just to verify, nobody thinks I was in Austin?
Yeah.
So then how would I have gotten the photos? Where did they lead?
don't understand, like, what, like you're the only person that can hold up a cucumber at the Austin sign? Like,
okay, so I was just, so the thing would be that I wasn't there, but I had somebody in my place.
Yeah, the way that Jeff, are you joking?
I'm just asking. This has been a very angry year for Eric.
This is insane because
the last couple of weeks.
Because this is like so insulting to our intelligence.
Well, no, I'm just
I
asking.
like the fact that Eric clearly hasn't known Andrew for as long as we have, so we just expect this.
Wild.
Just asking.
How do you guys think I did
Eric.
this?
Eric, he's just curious. He's just curious, and he's just going to dump something in the chat. Just let him do it.
No, I don't have anything to drop in the chat. I was just
Okay.
I was just trying to decide,
I really thought you were keying up to
I
drop
thought someone was
something in the
coming.
chat.
No, yeah, there's no
What are you going to drop in the chat?
I don't know what they thought I was going to drop in the chat. I have nothing to drop in the chat.
I thought you were going to drop a
face photoshopped into someone else's picture in Austin.
Should I just go? Because it was a whole. I need to. I'm not going to just reveal because okay. I'll say this is what I'm going to do. I can't imagine being a listener of this podcast and having to listen to what Andrew is saying right now. People have to be screaming at their phones. They have to be. They have to be. There's no way that people are just going, and I'll wait patiently for the answer. People must be fucking screaming at their phones. I think everyone's happy, first of all. Yeah. I'm in a great mood.
They're
I'm
screaming with
relaxed.
joy.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I don't feel I'll say I wasn't in Austin. Sadly, I wish I was. I don't want to give up the person who assisted me with this unless I know they're okay with it. So I'll Slack them and I'll get back to you guys.
Well, by saying Slack, you tell us who it was.
Someone who works for us.
No.
Yeah.
I
was clearly. I bet it was fucking Jack is who it was.
Go back and listen. Whenever I always use Slack to refer to messaging someone. Whenever I go back and the audience,
especially when you're using Slack.
Yeah, I Slack someone. You know the way that's when we're chatting. When I'm sending a text, you know the way I say I Slack to you.
Yeah, whenever I text someone, I'm always like, I Slacked them. That's the thing.
I'm trying to see. There's no hand skin.
That's the
in
thing.
any of these pictures.
I want to see Andrew dig himself out of this beanhole he's just put himself in.
No, I use Slack as message all the time.
think-
It doesn't have to be Slack.
No, you.
I think someone is hiding their hands because they know that you can recognize someone by their hands.
We're just gonna move on. It's fine. We'll talk about this later.
This is the worst.
Slack them about it, and then, in a general sense, not necessarily use the platform Slack.
Right.
And then if I get approval, I'll say who it was.
So after all that,
Was it
after all that
Greg
lead
from
up-
finance?
No, I don't. I'll say it's not Greg from finance. They might not even be on our Slack. It's I say
Wait,
Slack.
hang on.
The
So
hell
so
you
now it's on Slack, just not on our Slack.
No, I don't have any other Slacks.
This
Well,
sucks.
maybe I do. Actually, wait, maybe I do have multiple Slacks. Wait a second.
After all that build up,
I
you didn't
don't-
even have this ready to go. You got to talk to someone.
Well, I didn't plan on. I didn't listen to the research that was done. I didn't know where everyone was at with it. I wanted to feel the room, and obviously, there's a sense I came clean. I wasn't in Austin as much as I'd like to be, but I'm not going to just give up this person who helped me, the kindness of their heart, to pull this off.
What about
without
Clue?
making sure they're okay with it? I feel like I've accidentally given that away already. So we're gonna move on. We'll settle this with them, and then we'll talk about it next time we record. I think.
If it is Jack, that's because then
So
he would
anyway.
have gone to that instead of all of the.
Do you guys have your
Break
Christmas
shits.
trees up yet? I still need to put my Christmas tree up. I need to move the bingo.
I
machine.
will
You got
say,
lights on your
dude,
counter.
Yeah, you have 5 on your counter. I will say, if it was Jack, it's nice to see him being useful.
That is great.
Yeah, I just said it's nice to see him being useful.
That's an unnecessary dick. Actually, that's a justified.
No, it's not an unnecessary dick.
No, I don't think it's unnecessary. I think it's fucking on point.
I don't know what to say in this situation. I feel like every word I'm gonna be quiet until we switch subjects.
So I just don't. So it's someone on Slack. It's someone we work with, and they went so out of their way to help you do this insane thing.
Here's what I'm going to
That's-
do. I'm going to message everyone on Slack. I know
Yep.
it was you,
Yep.
There you go.
and one person will reply.
And that's
How
how,
do you
we'll find
how
out.
do you message every single person?
You don't.
in
You
the
can
company?
only message 8 at a time, and that's
That's-
in groups. I don't know how to
Oh.
message everyone. You can
Slack
just go.
fucking sucks.
Honestly, you can go in the general Slack, and you can just post it there.
I can't even type in that one. They don't let me post.
I'm just imagining Gavin going to the biggest Slack group and saying, "I know it was you." But here's the thing: Andrew is telling his little helper not to reply. See, this is you can't trust this. I also don't know why he's not just talking about it. That's the weirdest part to me. What is there to hide at this point?
What if it was Nick?
I don't think Nick would drive downtown to do that.
Nick has a
Nah.
kid.
Nick has a
Yeah.
kid. He's got responsibilities. He's got responsibilities. He couldn't do it.
I'll talk to
Huh.
the person, and then we could, maybe I'll reveal this. I'm not going to throw someone under the bus.
Maybe?
I don't want to throw someone under the bus that doesn't. We didn't talk about that. I thought, everyone would just think I was in Austin. That was my plan.
Hang on. You thought that everyone thought you were in Austin for real?
That was the plan. Yeah, it was just everyone would think I was in Austin, and I'd go with that. I never considered the possibility of having to say I wasn't in Austin. I didn't
What
talk
do you
about
mean?
that with them.
In what world do you think you were tricking us?
Right?
That was plan A, and there was no plan B. I didn't consider I didn't consider any other scenarios. So
Plan
I
A
need to-
is that we would believe you were here.
yeah, because I had all the photos.
Did anyone, for a single second,
No.
even entertain the idea that you could set foot here?
No.
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 Well, that was a miscalculation on my part. Listen, some plans go great. The cucumber went really well. That one that we're talking about right now didn't exactly go as I thought it would go.
I will
happens.
say, Andrew, this would be the absolute perfect time to throw an image of you actually being in Austin in the
Yes.
subreddit or the Slack or the Discord or whatever the fuck
Oh, it
it
would
is.
be.
And then go, just kidding. It was me. I tricked you again. That would be awesome. So if you can do that right now, you will 100,000% redeem yourself.
You also
Yeah.
have pictures of you in Austin, I assume, from the past.
No, I don't have a single photo of me in Austin.
What about the one of you and Gavin at the fucking pinballs?
Oh yeah, I guess that does exist, but that's already been used.
That probably wouldn't work if I was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
In the photo?
Although, to be fair, I did forget that I was next to him once before.
That's true. That's how sneaky I am.
Oh, man.
Well, we'll put a nice bow on this in the future. Jeff, have you cooked a tomahawk steak before?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm just curious. What about Wagyu? You have experience with Wagyu?
I've never cooked a Wagyu steak, but I've eaten it.
Okay, tomahawk. I'll lean there. I'm just thinking about my steak cuts with this cucumber bed because we're almost done there as well. So
I still have 11 days to get some Monopoly money on your door.
yeah, you do. I'm not worried about it. It's a blizzard, and I also have a way to know where you are now. So
Oh.
I'm not worried.
What's
How do
your
you know?
way to know where he is?
I'm not going to tell you because then you might do something to change it. But
Andrew has air tagged Gavin.
I have a way. I will. How about this? I will very quickly. I'll text you, Jeff,
Okay.
how
All
I
right.
can track where Gavin is, and you can confirm if it's like an actual valid, like real thing that I'm talking
All right.
about.
Text me.
I'm texting you right now.
I don't see a way that would be effective.
Oh, it's incredibly effective, and there's nothing you can do about it currently without you becoming aware.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he knows where you are at all times.
What?
It's no joke, dude.
What is
It's no joke.
going on?
Now, here's the difficulty I have. I am available to hire as an independent contractor for pranks. I just completed my contract with Andrew last week in the Cucumbers. I am available if Gavin wants to hire me, but I now know this information. I gotta out of the gate say, Gavin, if you hire me, I can't tell you this. Like this,
I can't hire you as a PI to investigate and prevent and hide me?
I don't think so, and I don't think it's fair that
Can I hire you for cloaking abilities?
I think you might have to hire Eric or somebody who doesn't know what what Andrew has on you.
How has he infiltrated my inner circle?
He did it.
We'll talk about it. Hey, I guess if we record again, I'll tell you.
He's
Not
he's pretty impressive.
next year.
I'll trade you the information for the number.
I'll trade it for. I'll trade that in January. January 1st, I'll make that trade with you.
There's no way you could possibly know
Nope.
that I'm flying somewhere.
Yeah, I have a way.
He's got a way.
There just isn't one.
Yeah,
No, I have one.
It's impressive too. I never would have thought it. And it's like it's so fucking dumb and simple and easy. And I went like, oh yeah, of course that would work.
Did he
And-
freaking
and
move
also-
next door?
And also, by the way, I don't think this is spoiling anything. He has the same thing over me, so he would be able to tell if I went to Canada with you too. So I don't know.
There's no way.
We'll talk about it later. I have a question for you, and this is
What
you're not
do
going to
you
do this
mean?
anyway. As a side, I just had this thought last night. Is your front door whatever door is at the front of your place? I thought last night, what if I took my bathroom door and put it where my front door is and moved my front door to my bathroom? Would my bathroom door then just become my front door?
Yes,
Or is okay?
I think you should still do it. I think that'd be hilarious.
Will it be easier for me to screw the money to your bathroom door?
Oh yeah, absolutely it would. Solid wood. They fucked up. I don't know what they're doing, but my bathroom door way more secure.
You have a solid wood bathroom door.
Yeah.
Dang.
Where am I?
Where are you? You're in Austin. I don't understand what was that trying to prove.
Hell yeah, got him.
Yeah.
Like, is it because does my Discord or Slack say where I am?
No, I have a way. I'm
It
inside
says
your circle.
Andrew Panton, DG Jeff. I don't see anything.
I could leave the state now and you wouldn't know where I went.
You can think that. I'm okay with you thinking that. I'm glad it's trials and not Monopoly money. In my head, I was like, you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't have Monopoly money on my door right now.
Hey, should we talk about that today? We're recording this on Wednesday, December 28th, which is actually the day that the Cucumber episode dropped. Gavin, it's pretty clear you're not going to go to Canada and put that Monopoly money on his door, right? Like, that's not going to happen in the next 3 days, especially if you're going to spend tomorrow or Friday filming Fireplace.
The thing was is
Fireplace
that
video.
with all the 20,000 cancelled flights last week and the fact that this Fireplace video might happen,
Mhm.
I've just missed the window. I was looking at flights last week.
Yeah. And I figured I had the window. We had the advantage of a massive snowstorm that shut down the Vancouver airport like last week. And then I was like, with the Fireplace video and a recording this week, Gavin's window is like 1 or 2 days. You're not going to do it on New Year. Like, it was very tight. So
I
was
think at this
prepared.
point, I'm limited to doing it on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and I was going to be just fully prepared on New Year's Eve because I assumed that would be literally the only day you had. You were not cashing out on this.
And I don't have the advantage of having a Jeff that lives on Vancouver Island to do all the work for me.
No, but you have the advantage of knowing where I live. I didn't have your address. I still don't have your address. I feel like that was the trade-off. You know where I am. I don't know where you are.
That's a good point. And I volunteered to go to Canada with you to help participate in any of this.
He did.
The reason I bring this up is I was thinking about it today with all the arguing about whether Andrew's point should count or not, which absolutely it does. It's ridiculous. I realized that we're so far ahead because we had to batch record because of the holidays that we won't be able to respond. Like, this will come out like third week of January or something, second week of January. So the audience isn't going to find out about the goddamn Monopoly money till February if it happens or not. So I was just thinking we should cut it off right here and not leave them hanging any longer than we have to. And just say, like, it's probably not going to, like, I'm going to assume it's not going to happen.
First of all, I want to say that with the cucumbering we did on Gavin, Jeff, I think undeniably the cleanest cucumbering ever done of all time. The fact that there are people that don't think there's cucumbers all over my hands and calling in this attack. Insane. These people do not respect the RICO laws. They're out of their mind. It's crazy.
So what they're saying, that Jeff did all the work and you didn't do anything?
Yeah, that I had zero role in it happening, which is fine. That's how clean of a cucumbering it was. The fact that they don't blame me at all, they don't think I'm in the slightest bit guilty, incredible. Dude, it's a historic calling.
It's phenomenal because I have got to say, your hands, Andrew, are dripping in cucumber seed.
They're
covered in cucumber slime. Covered.
I've been sending Andrew messages recently just because of the way the last one ended and how you're apparently tracking me.
Yeah.
I just kept texting Andrew last week just asking, where am I?
And he sent me a photo of the Austin airport, and it had the Austin airport logo in the photo. But what you don't know, Gavin, is I'm not the one who noticed that. I tweeted that out, and then I had somebody delete a subreddit post about it because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, where is he? Because you claimed you weren't in Austin at that time.
Yeah, because I was like, where am I? And he's like, Austin. I was like, well, that's true. So then I just sent him a picture that I had in my camera roll of the airport, but it was Austin Airport. I was like, where am I? He's like, Austin. I was like, nope. So I was just lying. But apparently the logo of the Austin Airport was on the ground.
It's on the separators for where people should stand. But it was a whole thing. I asked people. I went to the people to help, and it was quickly discovered. So I owe them one. And I was scared that you would realize, because Jeff, let's just go over all the cucumber things. Let's wrap up on the end. I'm going to tell you who my helper was for the cucumber thing, but let's just start.
Okay.
Let's start at the beginning.
So we're wrapping up the cucumber saga right here.
Yes, it is. This is the end of it. There's some twists and turns. So initially, I just thought, I really like this bet, and I want to add fuel to the fire. So I asked my helper, who I'll reveal at the end of this, would it be an inconvenience for you to take a photo of a cucumber in front of this mural? And they're like, absolutely not. So then I posted it, and I sent it to you. What I didn't expect was so many people being like, is Andrew in Austin? This is crazy. And I thought, oh, fuck, I guess now I need to try to make it seem like I'm in Austin. How can I pull this off? So I immediately started looking at buying plane tickets just to have for the person. A little out of my price range, unfortunately. I thought about getting one that would go to Vegas because I felt that was timely with like claiming I'd be in Vegas in November, but just the months didn't line up. Obviously, since we were in December. That didn't work. But then I looked online at a hotel I would stay at, and I found a room for like $180 when everything else was $250. So I booked that hotel room.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, no, I legitimately booked a room at the Hilton for this.
Can he expense report this, Eric? Please.
For what? What is he? Why did he do? Why is
because
this insane? Yeah, I rented a room. Why?
Yeah,
because I needed to ground that I was there. I needed it to be in a place.
Andrew, no one was ever going to believe that you, like, none of this makes sense. This is, whatever, expense it. I don't care. Whatever. You beat me. I lose. I don't know. I'm exhausted.
I didn't expect you to expense it. I just wanted to do a ridiculous gag with it. I was just like, how far can I take it?
I just don't want you to be out of a hotel room for nothing.
No, it's fine. So I booked a hotel room. I reached out to my helper, and I was like, hey, do you have a Mac laptop? And they happened to have it. So do you have a Yeti microphone? They had that. perfect. What is your availability on this day? They changed their work schedule to do this. They were so on board with being in the bit. They're like, I have plans. I'd trade with people. So they flipped it. Then I thought, how can I ground this so it's a live thing? And I realized, oh, if they took a photo of our chat, that would put it in current time. And that would be like the thing that would be the most confusing aspect of it. So they booked themselves. They went into the hotel. They live in Austin. They went to the hotel, checked in. They just sat there for the entirety of, I think we did 2, and that came up on the second one.
Oh, no.
They just hung out in the hotel room by themselves. Then
He
if
was
you listen,
sat there while we recorded the first one and didn't mention it.
yeah, no, he just had it open. He just wasn't paying attention.
So
He
it's
was
a
just on
he.
his phone. Yeah.
Okay.
So that all happens. If you listen, I'm very distracted because I'm like trying to coordinate photos and I'm like, oh, you got to open Audacity and you got to do all these things. So then I make the move, I do the post. You guys
More
start
effort than
peppering
just
with.
coming in.
Well, it's just I just wanted to do a gag for it. It was just there was zero thought as is going with the momentum of it.
Of course.
So then I tweeted, or I didn't tweet, I was messaging him, posted the photos. You guys started peppering me with questions. I'm like, I need to get out of here because this is going to fall apart immediately. And I can't have this fall apart while I have somebody in a hotel room that I booked for this gag. So I leave, and then I start going over the photos, and I see the photo with Eric in the bottom left of it. And I think, I'm fucked. Like, that's it. That's done. That's the damning piece of undeniable evidence that I was using. The reason why I was using the Eric account is because I needed him to be in the chat without anyone noticing. And I remembered I made those dummy accounts in the past for a different bit. So I got him signed up and had him appearing offline.
But why didn't you
During
use
the
your
entire
dummy account?
Because I didn't consider that it would appear in the bottom left. I just forgot that was a thing. So as I leave, I'm then just watching the Discord chat with you guys, wondering what's going on, and like you're posting things. And I'm like, you're going to eventually notice that it says Eric, it's the alt account in the bottom left. But what I didn't expect was that you guys would think Eric was in on it. Framing Eric was a total accident. It just, I miscalculated. As soon as you guys wrapped, I listened to everybody's individual audio track so I could get a grasp of what was going on.
So
I
when we
could try
asked
to
you
figure
if
it out.
you'd listened to the forensics and you said no, you'd already listened to all
absolutely.
of
I listened to it immediately, one at a time.
Nick's
Each
the one who noticed the Eric, I think.
Yeah, and it was great because you framed it on him, but then you're like, I don't think it's Eric. Eric was so genuinely confused. You then pinned it on a few other people, and you're like, I think it has to be someone that works at the company. And then Jack's name got brought up. So then the past however many weeks, I've been trying to frame Jack for this the entire time. That's why when the last episode, the one that just came out, Eric is yelling at me, what obviously you have a helper, nobody believes this, you have a helper, this is insulting. I'm trying to get you guys to say that I have a helper and that it might be Jack, because I felt if I said it, you wouldn't buy into it as much as if you came to that conclusion. It's actually very funny where Eric says something along the lines of like, what are you possibly trying to achieve here? And I had a specific goal of trying to get you guys to blame Jack. Ideally was the plan. That was my thought process with it. And I kept doing that. The thing where I said Slack, my notes for that episode was mention you Slack the person, then fumble trying to pretend that you use Slack in a general sense. I was trying. That was
good.
All of that was deliberate.
That was great. You did a great job with that. I
tried really hard. It never came to. The fire never caught, but it was like I was trying to build a fire and just hoping something would spark and you would blame Jack. Even when let me see if I still have the screen. Eric just posted a photo of Nick accusing Eric, which is hilarious.
It's Nick accusing me on Slack, away from prying eyes.
Nick's accusing you via text, and we're accusing you in your ear at the same time.
It was the worst. It was the worst.
All I'm taking away from this is that when Andrew appears to know nothing about something, he knows everything so many layers deep about the entire situation. It was his whole Survive Block Island play.
It went so well, my stumble, but it didn't lead to Jack, unfortunately. I even went into Jack. Jack was Twitch streaming one day. I popped into his chat. And I just posted a cucumber. He didn't see it, never acknowledged it. Nobody else acknowledged it. Then I left. I was just trying to.
I like that whenever you try and steer Jack's chat conversation,
it never works.
It never
0% success rate.
Jack is so
thing.
fucking oblivious to that stuff.
So I think that kind of wraps it up. That's why when people are like, it's not going anywhere. I agree, it's not going anywhere. I was trying to get you guys to lead it somewhere, and I just wasn't able to do that. So that's my failing.
Phenomenal.
Now, the reveal of the helper, the guy that Dan helped get the lasso achievement. Yeah, the lasso guy. The lasso guy has been my helper during the entirety of this.
The lasso guy.
Is he better at following instructions than he is at Halo?
Oh, he's great at following. It's one of my favorite things about him. He's just, whenever there's a bit to be done, he's all in. He's fully in. And that has been the planning of the cucumber. From my end, I don't have any other tricks up my sleeve. I have cameras. I didn't even set them up because I thought it'd be funnier if I did no prep for you. Like, if you would have come any day, I probably wouldn't have seen it. But it's over.
Did your helper spend the night in the hotel, make the most of it?
That is a fantastic. They have a dog, so they couldn't. They said that the person was alarmed when they checked out because they checked in and checked out with the same guy on the same shift. As soon as we wrapped, because I didn't know, I was like, maybe you guys are gonna go to the hotel or something. I was like, go, you gotta leave now. And he's like, okay, I'm on it. I said he could stay if he wanted to, but he said, I have a dog, I can't do that. So he left immediately, and the guy was like, are you okay?
We wouldn't have known what we were looking for, though. We wouldn't have recognized him.
You would have seen a man with a laptop and a cucumber. I think it would
have Gavin or I ever met this person in real life?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So it's not somebody we would recognize. That's kind of what I've suspected, is that it was somebody like in your larger friend group, or Jack. I would have been happy to believe it was Jack. And I think
I wanted it to be a thing where Jack was blamed, but I never specifically stated it was him, but all of my not speakings implicated him further.
Man,
that's why
I'll
I
say
texted
this.
both of you independently of like, hey, did they slack you yet? Saying, like, I was trying to build into that even in our personal conversation.
Your friend is really nice because I would have ordered so much fucking room service on that room while I was in there.
Well, that would have gone on his own incidentals, probably.
Well, maybe.
Wow, that is a great closing to the saga.
Yeah. That was a really
excited.
fantastic closing of the saga. I for one thoroughly enjoyed the whole cucumber situation.
So that was our win, but you had an idea for a challenge, Gavin.
Well, Andrew's so damn good.
I'm not.
Right?
Yeah, he is.
He's very, very good at games, constant wins. So I thought, I wonder, the Elite controller comes with those stupid, like slightly taller thumbsticks.
Yeah.
I thought, could he win with those on? And then I thought, what if every time he wins, his thumbsticks get a little bit longer? Let me post something that I've done in the
I'm
Slack.
so excited to see.
So I'm starting at like 1 inch. Let me drop this in.
Is it going to be too powerful?
It's definitely too powerful for Discord. This is going in Slack.
Okay.
All right.
I was just looking at Discord.
When you see it, everyone play this at the same time.
It's video. Okay. Are you ready, Jeff?
Yes.
Do a quick 3, 2, 1, play. It's buffering for me. That was a pointless countdown.
It's going for me. Oh my god.
No!
Is that your 3D printer?
It's Meg's printer, but I took use of it and I did my first little CAD design.
Does it work?
And then I'm going to reveal to you the final stage. If Andrew works his way up through all... This is going to have to go in the Slack as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, audience.
These
I know this is an audio
insane.
podcast. That is the funniest little 30-second video. It is just...
They just keep going longer.
Meg's 3D printer 3D printing like 40 thumbsticks in varying lengths.
This is the final form, which I hope Andrew can get to. Give that a play.
Video. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
How long is that, Gavin?
That is as tall as I could print in that printer. That's 9 inches.
9 inches? That's so tall.
That's why I was like, by the time you get to this one, you're going to be using your chin.
Can I get a photo of that for the thumbnail?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
definitely.
Oh,
and then
man.
I'll post you one more. This is, I think, somewhere in the middle. I was just testing the way it feels.
Okay, so I have to win a Warzone game, and I can't like hold them like joysticks. Like
You're gonna have to use them like levers,
like an analog. I think I'm gonna have to. You have to put my hands on top of them, right?
But how do you do that with your weird claw?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust how I play.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to. The struggle is going to be touching the nubs at the end and also trying to hit the buttons and triggers. But that's I think that one is 3 inches. That's gonna be somewhere in the middle. That one.
Like Nick is losing it.
That is.
So I thought, if you can win your way up to 9 inches, that'd be absolutely incredible.
What does he get?
Ooh,
I don't know. We didn't talk about that.
I'm just. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's a lot of work and effort.
He
for
gets to
Andrew
pick
for
a piece of gum.
not from bragging rights.
I get
For
to pick
being
a
better
piece
at
of
us than
gum.
video games?
Great. What's funny is my controller is already broken on top of these attachments. Like my left bumper doesn't really work. My right trigger is like really squeaky. I feel like that's on its way out. So it's already a fucked up controller. This is going to be insane. So I can't, just to be clear on the rules, I have to have my hands above the top.
I think you have to interact with the stick by the nub on the top and not by just the neck of it where it meets the controller.
Okay.
How's that physically possible? Is it physically possible?
I'm assuming he's going to be getting shins and feet involved, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I could use my chin, then I could use my palm, right?
It's going to look like you're making season 2 of Red versus Blue by the end of it.
So if I put my chin on the one that moves forward and backwards, could I then do my palm on the one that aims and then my right hand on the trigger so I could shoot?
I think so, yeah.
Would that be allowed? Okay.
How
I'd
good
have
are
to go.
you? How good are you with your toes? Like, could you use
you
your
know
feet?
what? I haven't tried. I might be good. Gavin would fucking love it if I did. Maybe this is just another way for Gavin to sneak feet talk into this goddamn show.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's subversive, Gavin.
It
That's
is.
really
That's a
dark,
sneaky
but
move
clever.
by you.
Yeah. Wild.
I think I could do it. How many? So it's 9. So it's progressive, an inch for each stick.
If that's what you want, I figured I would talk to you first and let you pick which iterations you wanted. Like, if you didn't want to play 9 different games, then maybe
I'm
we could
fine.
skip some.
I'm fine with doing 9. No, I think I should go the whole way.
Okay.
So each victory is a new inch.
Each victory is a new inch. Yeah, I think that's really funny.
Okay.
I've never seen the 3D printer do that though, where it's like it's trying to print the really tall one and the entire thing is like swaying around. Yet somehow it's still printing. I don't know how that works, but I was surprised it was able to print that without any supports. So I feel like by the time you're at like 6 though, that's pretty similar to 9 in terms of what you'd be doing, I assume. So it's like, do you want to go 6, 7, 8, 9, or just go 6 to 9?
I think I want to go an inch for every win. I think it's funnier that way. Do I have a deadline for once these arrive, how long I have to do this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Can you stream some of these so we can watch?
Sure. Maybe I'll stream like a 9-inch one. I don't know. What would be the most interesting one to watch? I feel like the
I don't know.
tallest.
I think it'd just be fun to watch the progress as it goes. I don't think you need to stream every inch or anything, but I would like to just I'd like to see some of the progress, not just at the very end.
Okay. We'll figure that out. Yeah, that's definitely doable.
I was just giggling while, like, when I pulled them out of the printer, I was just giggling, imagining all the scenarios that are going to screw you.
Nick just brought up a great scenario I didn't even consider. These are all solo wins, right? I have to do this solo. I can't be in teams or duos or whatever. It has to be by myself.
I'd say it has to be either solo or trios with us, or duos.
Right, because we're not helping at all. It's like,
Yeah,
if anything,
how much to help
it's
you.
worse than being solo.
Okay, this is great. Are you gonna mail these soon? Like when can I expect these? Do I have time to prepare? I don't even know how I'd prepare.
I could mail them, or you could come pick them up. It's up to you.
Yeah, you can mail them. I'm not coming to pick them up. I'm excited. This is a funny idea.
I'm excited too. I do think we need to come up with some sort of a prize for Andrew if he's able to complete it,
I agree.
because it's a huge, monumental task.
9 inches is gonna be tough.
He's gonna win. He's about to win Warzone 9 more times than I'll ever win Warzone at escalating difficulty.
I did ask Gavin like how he thinks he would do with like the 4-inch one, and his reply was, "I can't win on the normal sticks." Like
I've literally never won. I've never soloed it.
Worse.
I can't use a normal controller that normal people use.
Hey, I don't want to further incur the wrath of Andrew, but should we mention that we hung out and did something kind of cool this weekend?
No, listen. I want to be clear. It's not that I had an issue with you guys hanging out. I love that. I'm excited to hear. It just sounded like there was no point to it. It was the point of the story was I had fun. So if there's something that cool that happened when you guys hung out, please.
So having fun doesn't get to be a point?
No.
So wait, Andrew, if I just hung out with you this weekend,
Yeah.
if we just had
In person,
fun, but that was
if it was in person, that'd be notable. If
Why?
it was just us playing Halo, because we haven't seen each other in person in like 4 years.
well, whose fault is that?
Yours. It's just as much yours as mine. You
What do you
fucking are
mean?
getting up planes all the time. What are you talking about? Whose fault is that?
He's got you there.
You've been on way more planes than I have in the past 6 years.
I'm gonna get some Monopoly money on your door this year.
There's no time.
Not a lot of this year left, man.
It's October. This comes out in like November.
I'm gonna get it in your house.
You better not be in Canada during my wedding, Gavin.
You have traveled for personal reasons to places much further than it is to my place. I don't want to hear this. That is my fault.
What's further than?
You've been to like Japan and Italy and all these fucking. You're traveling all over the world.
What's further? He immediately named places you just went to.
Well, I thought you were talking about stuff for this, like stuff with this group.
What do you mean? No, I'm
I
just
don't
saying
know.
you've taken personal trips.
Okay.
Is this real quick? Is this the last podcast of the year?
Yeah,
think
this,
so.
this is the last one of 2023.
Last to release, not the last we're recording. We're going to record.
So I have to get the Monopoly money into Andrew's house before the end of this podcast.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Jeff. Yes, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I've done it.
Okay.
What?
It's in.
He's already done it. It's in.
What do you mean?
Nailed it.
I don't know what that means.
You've got
what
the
do you
Monopoly
mean?
money.
Do I have to check my door?
Wait, where is it? Where's the Monopoly money?
It's inside. It's inside already.
What?
Uh-oh.
What does
All right.
that
So what's
mean?
Gracie's picks?
Wait. How is it? Wait, where is it?
What does that mean?
Did you Trojan
You have
horse
it.
this
It's
shit?
in. Yeah. Remember the cucumbers? They were just sat next to me the whole time. Just
I
like
mean,
that.
I do.
Oh, you Trojan horsed it. Okay.
Can I just say, by the way, this is the first I'm hearing of this. I know I participated in the cucumber thing. I had nothing to do with this. I'm just as confused as y'all.
That's fine.
It's
Job
fine.
done.
All right.
Job done.
Do you want to tell
I'm
him
trying to
where
figure
it
out
is,
what-
or
I'm looking in the thumbsticks he sent me. Because that'd be a funny place to put them.
Oh.
oh, is it in the Norm Show DVD?
Is it
Could
in
be-
the Norm Show DVD?
Could be anywhere.
It could be, but where is it?
Well, that's up to Andrew to discover.
Oh my god.
People were mad at me.
Oh
Fucking
my
people got
god.
mad at me for my thing. I can't look at. I used the Norm Show DVD to prop up my computer. It's not there.
Is it like between the jacket and the disc case?
Could be anywhere.
Keep saying it. You just keep saying it.
Yeah. Maybe he'll find it between episodes.
Oh wow. That's exciting. I guess we'll do that for some supplemental content, but now's
yeah,
the
we will.
time where Andrew reveals where the money was.
It's not. It's not in the. It's not in the Norm DVD.
Huh.
What else have you sent him, Gavin?
He sent me the thumbsticks and the Norm DVDs.
Man,
Crazy.
I also forgot I was looking for money. I was looking in my head. I was looking for cucumbers.
You
You would have found that by now, I think.
I
right.
can't wait to find what a weird. We're ending 2023 on such a weird note. with
Well, I was meant
the
to do it in
Monopoly
2022, but I just couldn't get it done.
I guess tune in next year to find out where Gavin hid the money.
money. Oh, like we're gonna know in the first episode. Get real. He's not gonna find it.
We'll see you
But-
next year.
Let us know how it feels growing a Chewbacca from your anus. Keep us updated.
Did you find the money yet?
I haven't found the money yet. I'll look more into that a bit later.
It'd be real great if you found it right now.
It would be. Should
For
I
the
just
podcast.
focus on thumbsticks? Let me look.
The fuck do I know?
Thumbsticks. Well, you're asking me to find it, so I'm just confirming that you want my focus on that. instead of being more focused on the show. I'm looking.
This is the show.
Yeah, but I'm. Eric, you understand what I'm saying. You understand.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
and I
You
can't
get it.
imagine how mad it would make me if I said, "Do you want me to do this or focus on the show?" And somebody told me this is the show. I'd be fucking livid. Where are we going next? Car? Okay, fucking die. Fine, whatever.
We're legitimately recording the show right now. What better time could we have for him to find it than right now? We don't want him to find it off camera.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We also, at some point soon, need to actually put beans in the new bean hole. Because,
Yes.
as people have correctly pointed out, all they have is dirt from a dirt hole and possibly
No.
Right,
piss.
but that's
No.
pre-bean. All that is pre-bean.
I gotta get a new Dutch oven thing.
You got to get
to
new
put in.
dirt.
What are you
cast
going to do
iron.
differently?
I left the last one in my backyard just to, like, I cleaned it out. I threw the beans away, but I left the thing just in the backyard to rust. I was, like, so mad at it, so I got to buy it. It's going to sink into the ground, and then some
son
other
of a
asshole
bitch!
can dig it up and find it.
I
What?
think he found the money.
Gavin. Where was it? I found the money, and I also now have a thumbstick that's 5 inches when it should be 10. This son of a bitch rolled it into the longest thumbstick.
What?
And put it all the way at the thumbstick part. There's no way for me to get this. How did you get it so deep in there?
Maybe you can see now why I wanted you to have a freaking camera on your thumbs, you fool!
I didn't hear anything because it
Now
blew
that
out
he
because
was
yelled
so
too
mad
loud.
it all cut out.
Can you
Oh,
get
sorry.
angry and do that again, please?
Let me do it less angry. That's
like
why I wanted you
20%
to
less.
have a freaking camera on your thumbs, you fool!
Oh, that's why you kept pushing the camera thing.
Yeah!
Oh.
God
How
damn it.
how long have they been in his house, or how long's the money been there?
Like 6 months, maybe?
Oh
Probably,
my
yeah.
god!
It's been a while.
6 months.
Yeah, now you can see where I was hammering that point.
Well, what was okay?
Makes sense.
I had to break the thumbstick to get the money out. What was the thought and how I was going to retrieve this while also using them the way they were intended?
Oh, I put it up there with tweezers.
How long of tweezers do you have?
I got some long ones.
It's 10 inches. What are you doing with 10-inch tweezers?
Well, I only had to push them up. You know, it was I probably had to push it up like 6 inches to get the money to touch the top.
That.
God damn.
Well, I'm glad that there are other sticks coming.
Yeah, have we talked about that yet?
No, we
No.
haven't.
Andrew has major complaints about my sticks.
Oh, his sticks are the worst, Jeff. His sticks
Really?
don't work. Yeah.
Is
as
it
soon
because
as-
they're full of money?
No, it's not. It's because they're shit is the reason why they don't work. Because they barely fit.
Are you able to share a picture of the discovered cache?
Sure, give me a second.
Yeah, do you still have that cell phone from the 1960s?
Yeah, you have the phone that puts like a
Where'd I
date
put
and a time and like a timestamp on it and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
my
excited.
there's some tolerance issues. I printed 2 sets so I could also use the sticks myself in unison. But my sticks stay on just fine. I think it's something to do with the claw grip that Andrew employs.
No, it
There's
does.
more
Your
of an upward
sticks
motion.
were flying off just like mine. As
They
soon
didn't fly
as
off
we
mine.
got off the base, I don't believe you. I don't believe you for a second. As soon as we got off the base sticks, we're on the first set, the smallest extension. Anytime I have to rotate, like move them left or right, they fly off the thing. They don't grip at all. I have to constantly be trying to grab and reload my sticks to move. They're a disaster.
I gotta be honest. I think it's because of the way you grip sticks.
I agree.
I think Gavin's right, because if your thumbs are on them, they're pushing it down, they're holding it in
Yeah.
place. But the way you do it, you're not putting that downward pressure on anything.
Well, I gotta be honest, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have no idea. You've never used these, so I don't know why you're giving feedback on who's right and who's wrong.
Listen,
he's right though.
I'm trusting Gavin.
He's
Gavin
not
tells
right.
me he doesn't have the issue. I've seen the way you hold a controller. It's not normal.
It's not right.
2024 is starting off pretty aggressive.
Listen, Andrew's a little salty right now because you got him 6 months ago and he just found out. It's to be expected. I'd be salty too.
I'm salty because I wanted more Monopoly money than this. I had plans for this. This is gonna be an investment.
Well, you were pretty set on me not nailing it or screwing it to your door, so I had to get it in.
Well, the door would shatter, so yeah, I was pretty set on you not breaking the door. Flip
Congratulations,
but
Gavin.
The sticks are terrible.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was really good. You did it.
What happens now?
Nothing.
I don't.
Disappointment.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, we don't.
Was it like a prize or
Yeah, I think
punishment or
Andrew now
anything?
has to run 3 marathons.
Yeah,
Or it was like you gotta eat some gum or something. I don't know.
I don't remember. But we both did it.
We need like you know how Star Wars, Lucas Arts or whatever, Lucasfilm has like lore people to manage the lore across the whole universe.
Yeah.
People to maintain the Bible.
Maybe we could find a comment leaver who has a great handle on the lore, and we can use them as like a consultant.
A lore consultant.
Yeah, someone who is just like available on Discord while we record, and we could just type questions while we're recording, just in case.
A face historian.
If you feel like you'd be a great face historian, let us know in the comments of this somewhere.
That's a great idea.